Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people, and welcome back to another episode of, well, it usually is Rival Watch, but there's no rivals to watch at the moment. And we have Kopish Kall-In. So, guys, first and foremost, apologies. We had some technical glitches and issues, but we are here now. We are here. Matt didn't kill me yesterday. Drifty didn't kill me yesterday regarding the gig stuff. I am going to send these two some videos after the show. So if you don't see me on Monday, you man know why. Tell my wife I love her. Tell Stevie I love her. I love him. And it's been a pleasure knowing you guys. But it's like happens to me. I'm not saying that one of these man did it, but I'm saying it wasn't an accident, innit? That's all I'm saying.
I do like the idea of people liking my team yesterday. I do like. I thought you
were gonna say something like, "I do like that idea, dead enough Callum," you know.
If you rate gigs that highly, that's cool. Obviously, we spoke off camera, and you gave me a little bit more insight into why, and I get it because a lot of us forget about younger gigs. We do, mainly because we're probably too young to even really remember that gigs. But we all forget that younger gigs, innit? That 18-year-old, that bus on the scene. We always think about the 30-year-old gigs and stuff. I get it. I get it.
Going to start with a couple super chats. So first one is from Khalil. A Nash, I hope I'm not butchering your name. Who is playing for the installments of Thiago and Jota? Oh, that's straight in on a somber note. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got an answer for that one. That was basically Masvidal coming out of a flying knee in the first 5 seconds.
For real, yeah, the Ashton thing, flying knee.
Oh, jeez.
Remind me to talk to you about that new kid, Cal, because you might know a bit more like him. He's like the new Masvidal. Remind me to talk to you about him. Like he's based his game off him. He's the guy who he looks up to.
Oh, the one that fought last week.
Hey, bro, he looks like he's gonna be
Giannis. Clean technique. Bro. Clean technique. Yeah, he looks very, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, gonna run through the rules of the show tonight. So if anyone wants to call in, that's obviously absolutely fine. It's what we encourage. However, so we can get more people on the call, and so you guys don't think I'm just kicking you off or being rude, we're going to limit everyone to 2 minutes. So that, I'll just repeat, we're going to limit everyone to 2 minutes. So jump in, say what you've got to say, and then we're going to take you out of the stream and then answer your question or comment and deliberate on your comments. So when you hear this noise, you'll know that it's your time and it's not you just being an idiot and kicking you off. That's a bit of a weak noise, isn't it?
That is, yeah, we need to come with it. You know what we need?
No, but that's weak though, isn't it? Like,
we need to like, we need to like something like hard.
You don't want to scare, mate. You don't want to be like,
no,
but we need something a bit harder still.
That is weak though, dude.
Yeah, fam.
That sounded quite loud on my ear.
Nah, bro, that's an Aspas corner, fam. Weak sauce, bro. That was weak. I can't even lie. Callum knows.
So this is all right.
Yeah, that's a bit more. Yeah.
All right, so that's what we're gonna.
That's a bit like a Salamane running down the wing. It's road runner time, innit? Yeah.
Cool. So 2 minutes, everyone.
And obviously, guys, the reason why we're starting to be strict is we want to get as many of you on as possible. So we love hearing what you have to say, and some of you make great points and whatnot. But to be fair, we just want, because there's some people who wait in the back for so long, and the people who don't want to wait in the back and just enjoy watching it, you won't realize how much patience it takes to be in the back for like an hour. Some people are actually in the back for like an hour, so we just want to get everyone on.
Do you know what, Cal? someone made a good point. What about it's gonna be a bit harsh, but I'm saying it in it because I don't care. Not that I'm joking. Not saying I don't care, but I'm just saying, people, when it's your time, I might have to just do this. Or I'm gonna do this.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
I think we should play that one.
That was too harsh, man.
No. It's all love. It's all love. Get out of here. I said, get out of here.
We're not trying to be rude. We're just trying to get everyone on. And now wants to be like, get out of here, man.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here, without, man.
I'm not gonna lie though. For comedy factor,
it makes sense. No, that's what I'm saying, bro. What you man saying? What you man saying?
No, do it, Matt. Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Carl, you give me the sign, and now I'm literally gonna do it. I'm literally gonna do it.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
You lot, if you get annoyed, it's Matt doing it, yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm the controller. Get out of here, man.
You know what to do, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it. So, Carl, when I hear that noise, I'm dropping it. I'm just letting you man know. And people, all jokes aside, it's all love. It's just a bit of banter. But we're just, as Drift said, all jokes aside, we just want to try and get on as many people as we can. Real talk, because there's some people that have been waiting for weeks that haven't been able to have a chance to get on.
Yeah, and there's people from last week that sometimes we feel really bad because that's 2 weeks gone and they didn't get to get on. So we're gonna keep it moving.
100. And it's all love, people. Again, don't take it. It's all love. It's all love.
And the other thing as well, guys, just to make it easier for you as well with a time limit, either state what it is that you originally just wanted to say, or if you want to add to a topic that we're already discussing from a past one. Too many things is going to get complicated. So either do you want to continue the conversation from the last thing, or something that was said in the show, or do you want a brand new thing that you want to talk about or ask them? Just to keep it simple, guys.
All right, another super chat before I read out the one on the screen. So this was from Troy M. With FFP going away, FSG will no longer have anything to hide behind. City, Chelsea, and United will spend to win. Sink or swim time for FSG. Yeah, I agree with that. Completely agree with that. Let me just read this super chat before it disappears. 6.6 mil for Thiago, 12 mil for Jota is coming out of the transfer budget. Plus, how many of the Deadwood players can we sell for realistic prices? Khalil, man, I'm not gonna lie. You're asking me. You know what you're doing right now, Khalil? Yeah. You know when I got a shout because I was on the stream earlier. You know when you've messed up with your missus and she asks you questions, but she already knows the answer to the questions? That's what you're doing right now, Khalil. So she's basically, I've come through the door and she's like, where have you been? And I'm like, what do you mean? I just at mum's, innit? She's like, oh, you're at your mum's? Okay, because I just came off the phone to her. I'm just like, oh.
and you forgot to wipe your mouth. You forgot to wipe your mouth. I thought we was on the diet. I've got Krispy Kreme, yeah? Krispy Kreme. Okay. All right. Okay. And you ate in the car. You did something wrong. You didn't even bring me one. You didn't wipe
in the car, you know. They're like, you forgot to wipe your mouth.
That's what Khalil's basically on today.
I'm done.
All right.
Oh man.
So yes, Drift, you wanted to touch on that comment?
Yeah. I heard that Tuchel's transfer budget is 250 this summer. We already know what Man City's gonna do.
Man's not even a permanent fixture, bro.
we know what United are gonna do. And apparently it's actually real, the proper relaxation of FFP to the point where they're not getting rid of it, but they're going to change the rules so much for the time being that it pretty much means that you can spend your own money. You might not be able to take a loan out and you can't maybe do things like that can get you bankrupt, but it's pretty much going to mean if you've got the money, do what you want with it. Guys, FFP acting like this and we got to deal with a bidding war between like Haaland and Man City, for example, and they're spending more money on the Haaland than we're even going to spend in the next 6 or 7 years combined, and we just got to put up with this. Like, this is all madness. Right. So yeah, get ready for a rough ride if FSG continue to act the way they've been acting. Best believe.
To hear Kopish says Arsenal have more merchandise.
You know something? I think it was earlier in this week, Cal. You said to me about the FFP thing, yeah?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you
It's hit
joking?"
you now, isn't it?
Bro, this was me. This was scenes of me when Cal told me about FFP, yeah. That was me, bro. I can't even front. When he said
By the way, that's my favorite meme. I'm not even gonna lie.
yeah, that one kills me every time. I can't even front.
You know
Listen.
how I feel right now hearing about all these teams that are going to spend all this money? It's like it's your boy's birthday, so you have to go, but he's just told you that the table costs about $2,000, so it's going to be about 350 each. And it's like, okay, but everyone else looks all right with it. Everyone else, yeah, but it's your birthday, come and do this, innit? And you're in the corner in your own feelings, like £350 for one night out. What the fuck? Bro, and now you're considering, do you say you're ill?
You're pulling a sickie, yeah, you gotta pull a sickie.
Oh, you know them ones where it's like,
you have to not pay another bill? Like, what am I doing? What do I do here?
If man says that about the table, it's one of them things where it's like, you know, you look around, you think, is anyone else feeling this weight? And as you said, everyone else is calm with it, but deep down you're like, flip, like, man's gonna have to think of something.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to walk up. Bro. I'd have to walk up to man, hug him, and just say, "Tonight's not my night, big man." Tonight's not my night.
Listen, I'll do the whole. Oh, the missus just called, you know. Oh, man's got to shoot, but no. We'll catch up though. We'll catch up soon.
I don't even think I'd lie. I'd just be like, bro.
Do you know what it is?
But Matt, like, but you're my best man. But what do you mean you're going? What's going on, bro? What do you mean you're going?
I'll be like, big man. Yeah, and then when he says that though, it'll probably hurt me, and then it'll be like, I'm gonna be real, fam. Yeah, that's gonna burn the pocket still. But yeah, we're still boys though. We're still boys.
No, you know, that's what you got to do. One of these ones. You go, can we do this? And you get all excited, and you just quickly shoot the missus a text. Like, hey, put them shoes back in the box, please. I'll tell you when I get home.
I'm just being real with you, like, yeah. I would hug, man, and if you try to do the whole guilt trip, you're like, no, but come on, bro. I'd be like, yes, you made me your best man. You see, if I spend this $350, your best man's gonna be living on the street. I ain't got it.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. Aldrin says, who would win in a fight, Hulk from Brazil or Adama? Hulk.
Hulk.
Yeah, man left his wife for his wife's niece. A man like that, he ain't prepared to lose a fight.
Is that what he actually did?
Something along those lines. Put it this way: if a man can do that in a fight, he's got nothing to lose in his mind. So
that's peak.
Khalil says, get ready for top 6 next season on a reel. Let's hope not. Kader Hussein says, Dortmund say Haaland is available for 108 million euros. I think that's about 150 mil pounds. There goes that dream.
They're smoking. They won't get that.
Yeah, apparently 120 is actually what they want. So they're starting up there.
Yeah.
But saying that, though, they done the Sancho team. Remember, they stuck to 120 and weren't budging. They didn't even care about add-on. Man United, apparently, their last offer was 100 million euros. And the 20 mil add-ons, they were like...
but they ain't got Michael Edwards. They ain't got Michael Edwards.
That's true. No, that's true.
They can still get 100 mil for Sancho this summer. They know they can't get more than 60 mil because of that buyout. So it's a bit different. They're not in control this time, are they?
No, that's true. That's true.
But Sancho will still go for 100 mil this summer if he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Khalid said, off topic, lads, who's England's best set piece taker? Ward-Prowse for me.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot they got Ward-Prowse and then Trent. I'll say that's
yeah, because I was gonna say Trent and Ward.
Madison as well. Madison gets a shout.
I don't think Madison is good as Trent. You know,
I think Trent better though.
I think Trent's better.
You might be right. I think he gets a shout, but for me, Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, Ward-Prowse and Trent. Sorry, Ward-Prowse and Trent.
I haven't really taken any free kicks. He might be good. I don't think I've seen Grealish take any.
I'm not this season, if I'm going to be honest.
But he strikes me as the type of guy that would be good.
Right. What are these new aliases that people are you man seeing what I'm seeing on the screen? Like in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Disrespect. I've got about
boy.
15,000
You do it a lot,
edits
though,
in the
bro.
chat.
To be fair, you do it a lot.
Nah, bro, but it's
Yeah,
not.
it's
It's
kinda
the
your
picture.
thing.
I'm gonna stop coming up to the screen and doing my little fake because people are actually going deep. They're rewinding the show and screenshotting. Bob, you man have got time, but fair play to you, man. You man are good though. You man are good. Man are good, and ladies as well, because it could be a lady for that.
Yes.
Man or lady, man
Khalil,
or woman. Sorry.
Taki, Elliot, Kabak, Gruich, VVD, Gomez, and are our new signings. Khalil, please, bro, like the fight's over. Like Herb Dean's pulled you off me. You won. Like you won. Yeah, I have no rebuttals, please. Yeah, I know I have no rebuttals. That's why it's hurting me because I've always got a rebuttal to something. I've got nothing. He's hit me with four-piece,
lack of hairliners. You man are killing me from that. I swear down.
Oh boy! Shout out to James Redmond TV in the building. Shout out James. Go and subscribe to James's channel if you haven't already.
James. James, what's going on, bro?
All right, guys, we are going to open the lines right now.
So many aliases is mad.
I'm not even gonna lie, that was a joke. That was a
bro,
joke.
I thought it was one man, or one woman, sorry. But bro, there's a bag of them. I'm like, there's a new one.
Man went from
I like this.
to Mr. Piss in the Wind.
Mr. Piss in the Wind, Matt's hairline, Matt Jedi Master Matt. Hold on. There's another one somewhere, but there's a bag of them.
Yeah, your alias don't call you Sweet Prince and all those things though, bro. So
that really is kind of true. But I need my aliases to back me though, bro. This is the thing. I need them to back me in it. But I think only Matt's hairline does slightly back me, but
yeah, he kind of does.
And then back me.
Yeah. I like this one. Captain Styles says James oozing Scouse. So James, if you use that, you owe Captain Styles some royalties there. Aldrin, guys, would you swap Origi and Shaq and give a cash difference of 100 mil for Haaland, Mane and Ox, and give a 50 mil cash difference for Mbappe?
No.
The first one, yes. The second one, definitely no.
Oh, I thought he meant as in just that as a whole thing. We have to.
Oh, as a whole, then no.
Yeah, no. Mane's not going anywhere, no matter who it means that we get. Not for me.
Matt?
No. What, Mane?
Oh yeah.
No. Say again. Say the question again.
What, Mane and Ox for Mbappe, bro?
And 50 mil.
Oh my God!
So No. I'm just trying to hear what Cal says. He's saying Mane, Ox, and 50 mil to get to get Mbappe.
That's too much. Mbappe, full stop.
No, not right now. No. Not right now. No. Because again, we want to add, not right now. It'd have to be like Mane has gone like 2 or 3 seasons in a decline, and we've all gone, yeah, he's had it. He's not in a decline. He's having a bad season, like I've said. He's not in a decline, bro. Don't need to get rid of Mane. Need to improve. That means adding.
Yeah.
But
in a terrible season, he's got 18 goal contribution. What a terrible season.
No, but what it is, Drift, that I don't like. Because Mane's all worldly, I don't like it when we do the goal contributions. You know, normally we would say like he got 20 goals and he got like 8 assists. But we're doing I don't want to say Arsenal because you see when Arsenal fans
I'm doing it that way to make it easier to just say it. But I'm just saying, in this terrible season, he's got 18 goal contributions. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people who that's their best season ever.
I agree.
100%. Quickly, someone said it in the comments. Kyle Lewis, bad man. Mane, would you swap Mane for Kane?
No, I wouldn't swap Mane for anyone. You don't know that.
Callum froze. Still waiting for his answer. He's licking his lips.
No, I wouldn't. Shall I tell you what is with the whole swapping? Just right. And you're right, Matt. I want to add.
Yes. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, let's say, for example, we had Kane, Mane, Jota, Salah, Firmino, and someone came to me and said, yo, would you swap Mbappe for Mane? Then we can have a conversation about it. But as things stand right now, then no. There's other players that need to go for.
Too much swap, Cal. Like, I know you lot might think I'm a bit crazy, but I want Kane so much. If somebody said, well, Tottenham on a mad one, they want Jota, I'd be like, I'd do it.
Oh, no.
No, I would. For Kane. You wouldn't swap Jota for Kane?
No. Do you know why? He's got the biggest.
And I know he's younger.
Think of age.
No, I'm doing
his
it.
upside is mad though. We don't even know what he's gonna finish like.
I hear that, but Harry Kane right now? Yeah, I'm doing it.
Nah,
Bro,
but you're trading
that's a
especially. Nah, for me, I wouldn't.
no.
I hear you.
Yeah, I
Let me
understand
read
it though,
that.
because Kane.
Yeah.
And there's only a
Sorry, Cal.
4-year gap between them. It's not like one's at the end of the road.
4 years is big though. Let me just quickly read out the super chats and we'll get the first caller on. Kall-In Abraham says, yes, you lot, James will proud for me. Hope he goes to Euros. That's I think actually he's probably earned it this season. Yeah, I think he has. Khalil says Naby and Origi getting sold. Neto deal dead. Whoa, why is a Neto deal dead? And we ain't selling Naby.
And why is Naby getting sold?
Apparently, there's a couple other teams interested in Kyle. I didn't want to bring you down even more, but some of the other big boys are looking at Neto, you know.
What?
Yeah. I just didn't want to bring you down anymore, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't need that so early in the stream. I can't lie.
For real.
Jamie Phillips, my daughter operation's on the 20th of April. You guys keep me in such good mood. Love you all. Yes, prayers for your daughter, bro. Obviously, we stay in contact as well. So, yes. Everyone put the prayer hands in for Jamie's daughter, please, people.
Trust me.
All right. First caller. Remember, guys, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I've got the timer ready and Matt's going to drop the meme
I'm dropping
as well,
it. So. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's all love, but we have to do this, people. We're having a bit of banter tonight. Or you never know, I might drop another meme and you man might be something different. Who knows?
It's true. All right. Guna Lee, welcome, brother.
Man, evening Matt, evening Drifty, evening man like
what's going on, bro?
Snaps up in the building. You get
You know what? I got a shout out to Saint LFC TV. He had the best one today. He said, I look like ODB from back in the
day.
Oh, baby, I like it, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you, Callum, bro, you need a trim, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You need a trim. You know I love you, man, about you need a trim, man. No. She be hurting, bro. And then you need a trim. But let me ask you quickly, you know I'm gonna get off. First thing, what do you lot think about the fact that if Van Dijk don't come back, Klopp walking? Because I think Klopp has been shaved and he's been covered a lot by Van Dijk. Van Dijk obviously being so supreme, so good in terms of being the best centre back. Even at Southampton days, if you look at it, he's probably been the best centre back for the last 4 years, 5 years, even. Give or take.
That is facts, bro. Yeah.
What do you think? Because you lot have always been discussing this like the high line and all of these changing these different defensive strategies. What do you think about if Van Dijk don't come back? And obviously you're probably not going to buy a centre back of the quality. I mean, we know what Kabak's moving like a freaking robot right now. Like I robot on him thing there. So I don't really know what he's going to do. But what do you think about Klopp being sort of next season, especially undermined and just walking? But yeah, let me leave you, man, to that and discuss. And again, always love.
Thank you, bro.
Alan,
thank you, bro.
I'm trying to get him to, bro.
There, man. I tell you, bro. I told you, man. Well, all right, man. Get rid of it, man. Again, you know what? I can't sign up to you the subscription. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm in the UAE, but it won't let me sign up for your. Yes, I can't see your bloody your
the member stuff. Yeah. All right, DM us and we'll look into it. DM us and we'll look into it.
I was signed up, but I don't know, for some reason it's not letting me sign up, so I've got to find another way of doing it. Like, I've got the VPN, but man only uses that when the missus kicks me out the bed. You get me? Man, the doghouse right now. I can bunch over there tonight. On that note, let me be quiet because she's next door sleeping. But let me be quiet before she can be.
Bro, you like so love. It's the time.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
That was joke.
Good Lee, big up, bro. Big up, man.
Oh, that was brilliant. All right. Will Klopp walk if VVD doesn't come back as the VVD we know and love?
I don't think it would be about VVD if Klopp walked. I think it would be about how the club reacted to it. That would annoy him. So I don't think he would. We'll all miss Van Dijk. Obviously, that's a fact. But I think he would more just be like, okay, so we get this problem and you didn't help me with it. Because if you look at and I hate comparing us to these clubs because life is different, innit? And everything ain't about trying to be like someone else. But you know, with a Real Madrid, a PSG, a Chelsea, a Man United, a Man City, you know, if they're any of them, dare I say, maybe even the Juventus or an Inter Milan, if they're the player of that level and something like that went wrong, their owners would go, well, we've got to do something. Who is the new guy? Even if they bought the new up and comer, but he's meant to be a G. So you remember like what happened when I think he was leaving Ajax and he went Juventus and that whole bidding war broke out about him. And nobody quite knew if he was going to live up to his hype, but he was still seen as the guy who was going to be that new guy. They would have to at least go and do that. So even if it wasn't a ready-made guy who's already a star, at least go and get the guy people think's going to be the new guy. And I think that would be the only thing that would jar Klopp to thinking, yeah, I don't have the back in here, do I? Like, I just don't have the backing. You've seen what season we just went through. That was a lot to do with you not backing me. And now you're going to do this to me and leave me in a lurch without Van Dijk. Be like, and that might be the only thing that might tear the foundation and make him start to think, I don't want to do this anymore.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I agree with that, to be honest. I think my biggest concern is fans, I think, are going to expect Virgil to come back and be the exact same as he was before he left. And the chances of happening are literally 50-50. Literally 50-50. Don't get me wrong, he's still our best centre-back, even if he doesn't come back to what he was. But it's still 50-50 if you wait. And again, I don't even want to put it in the atmosphere, but once you do a bad injury like that, the other injuries can happen as well.
Yeah, hamstrings start going and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because you start compensating and stuff. That's what the worry is. You know what I mean?
I speak from experience. I've been there. So
he's 12 weeks away from what they said was supposed to be the time when he can actually train fully with the first team. 12 weeks away from now. So if you had 12 weeks, that's pretty much 3 months, right? So we're at the end of March, April, May, June. So by the beginning of July, he's supposed to be in first team training, acting like nothing ever happened. That's what they're saying.
To
me, that means he shouldn't even go Euros. Like, shouldn't even go.
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be going.
No, obviously it shouldn't be.
That's a different discussion. I think he will.
Yeah. No, see, all right. So here's my thing on VVD. I think if he wasn't, I don't want to say it, but let's say he doesn't come back the same. I don't think Klopp's immediately just going to go, well, I think basically what I'm trying to say is Klopp's going to assess it. I think for me, he would look at it and go, if Virgil ain't the same, like you said, are FSG going to back me in the summer or are they going to back me in the winter? I think he would give them time to see if they're going to actually see if they can do something. And for me, if Klopp doesn't get like his first choice centre-back, who he thinks maybe, I don't know, the replacement for Virgil van Dijk in years to come, where, as you said, it's like the up-and-coming guy. So say, for example, Upamecano was still in the market, right? And VVD got hurt, and he wanted Upamecano, like say he wanted him regardless of his injuries, then I think Klopp will be okay. But I think it becomes a problem if Virgil doesn't come back the same, and they say to him, I don't know, you've only got 15 million to spend, so make the best of it on what you can do. That's when I think he'll have a problem, because then he's going to be like, listen, we spent 70 million on this centre-back for a reason, because we realise he is the best in the world. And you want me to go and replace him with some any next man? Like, I'm sorry, that can't happen. So, and again, Virgil van Dijk, I'll say this here, his injury was so big.
Sorry, my finger slipped. Sorry.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, yeah.
Going wrong with my hand today.
Virgil van Dijk is such, in my opinion, and not in terms of name, but in terms of like impact, he's been our best signing, maybe potentially in the Premier League era. He's up there. He's in that category. Because you think of a Liverpool without Virgil van Dijk, and you think of a Liverpool with Virgil van Dijk, and he actually changes. And don't get it twisted, there was Alisson as well, because Alisson was a key part. Obviously, Sadio Mane, obviously, what did I say? Sadio Mane and Salah as well. But bro, for me, Virgil van Dijk was the first time when we looked at our team sheet and we kind of didn't really like care who was playing next to him. We just felt like we're here. We've got Virgil. We can go to war.
I don't think many people would argue he's the best signing in the Premier League era, full stop.
Bro, you see,
I don't think many people would argue with you.
Remember when I said about his presence and people were laughing when I was talking about confidence? You see his aura, yeah? You see when Virgil van Dijk walks through the tunnel when the fans are there, whatever, and the players are looking at him, and then the fans look at him, the opposition fans. You know, they're just like, oh, flipping out, man, it's Virgil. Like, bro, it was almost like we won half the war when Virgil actually walked onto the pitch. I'm not joking.
The aura of a striker, and he's a
centre. Do you know what it was?
Madness, bro.
You see when Suarez walked onto the pitch, in the Rodgers era, they just knew it was long. You see when Virgil van Dijk walked onto the pitch, they were just like, for flip's sake, but this is.
Do you know why I think Virgil's one better though? Well, and this is why I think Virgil probably would be seen as the better one. All those other guys, don't get me wrong, Torres, Suarez, all these other guys, massive signings, Salah, Mane, Alisson, all that. But strikers actually admitted that they kind of give up before the game's even started, knowing they're getting no change out of it. And once the other team know they're not going to score a goal, that's more of the war won than you even need. Now, we're not even talking about they don't know if they can win the game. You know, they're like, how are we going to even score a goal? That's more than half the battle already won.
Bro, this is the last thing I'll say about Virgil. Imagine this. So we live in an era where attacking football's probably always been the leading, shining light. Always has been. That's just how football is, isn't it? Virgil van Dijk, especially when it came to Liverpool, brought up the defensive sort of like conversations up to the highest you've ever seen it. So when people were talking about Ronaldo's having a great season and Messi is, but people will say, yeah, but what about Virgil? Like there was always, what? Are you forgetting about Virgil? What? Because he's a defender. Like Virgil van Dijk is, bro. His level's just he needs to come back. He needs to come back as Virgil. But yeah, we move.
Tahir Qureshi, Callum looks like Mr. Miyagi with Goatee. Thanks to hear. Shout out to 1892 Reds podcast as well. Guys, subscribe to their channel and shout out to Dave LSD's chats as well. Go and sign up over there as well.
Big up, Dave.
All right, we're gonna get the next caller in, guys. Also, no, in fact, I just want to address something. So I think it was OJ Irving quite rightly said, Cal, it's not my saying, Cal, it's not your decision if Virgil goes to Euros. Fully agree. It is Virgil's decision. I'm just saying, for me personally, I wouldn't want him to go anywhere near it.
Because it's definitely his real. Yeah, it's up to him.
I totally get why he wants to go, but the football is too intense in a short period of time when you've come off of an ACL.
Agreed.
If it was a broken leg or something like that, I'd probably be like, well, once you're better, innit? But an ACL, you don't want to go and play football every 3.5 days on an ACL injury. That's ludicrous, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, agreed.
Dinesh, Fabinho, Alisson, Mane, Salah, and Bobby not involved in Euros. Should be fit for next season. That is fantastic news.
Definitely. Especially, you know what? Especially Mane and Firmino, who for me are the two that need a rest more than you've ever seen anyone.
They do.
They're 2 and 3 for most minutes played this season, isn't it?
There you go.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. M to the O, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going? You all right?
Not too bad.
Yeah,
all right.
good,
I'm gonna start the timer now. Yeah,
go. Firstly, I just want to say, with that Liverpool top, if you held a spear, you could have been one of the extras in Black Panther. I swear down.
You want to see something now? Yeah. These man don't even know, do they, Matt?
They don't, bro. Show them. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
We move.
That's sick.
Wakanda forever. We are the Black Panthers. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
If I saw the Black Panther in the Liverpool kit, I'll say, done me now. Life is complete.
Do you know what? I was I literally just I wanted to ask. It was a revolved around this summer and obviously like recruitment and whatnot. And obviously, like, you know, I can just see it now. I can see Klopp speaking to his coaches, be like, yo, let's get our lunch money together, try and get a few pennies together, try and sign a couple players. And I'm just thinking, you know, all the reports that are coming out about Coutinho. Now, like, obviously, look, nostalgia does make you think that Coutinho would be excellent in this team. And we all love Coutinho, don't get me wrong. Again, great moments. But this kind of smells a bit like Goetze going back to Dortmund a few years back. And like, people need to remember, Goetze left Dortmund, went to Bayern, had a good start, absolutely bodied the World Cup. Like, imagine scoring the winner in a final in extra time for your country. As the biggest wonder kid. And then it all fell down, and then he goes back to Dortmund, and now he's at PSV. You know, like, it just feels a bit kind of like that situation. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. And also, I also just wanted to ask about, just on a side note, all three of yours top 3 favorite goals for Liverpool ever. Like, goals that made you absolutely gassed.
I know what the number 1 is, but I'll have to think about 1 and 2. So give me a second.
Cool.
Cool.
Big up, though,
Thanks
bro.
a lot.
Nice one.
Bless, nice questions, bro.
Thank you very much,
No
bro.
problem. Bless, man. Take care.
Take care, bro.
So just in time, we got there just in
time. I didn't have to do that. Get out of here with them.
Let's do the Coutinho one before we do the goal one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think it's a little bit different, because Goetze had that really bad illness, and I think that's more what messed up his career rather than that he made the move. Because he's still suffering with that right now, isn't it? Like that, he'll have to live with that forever, right? That illness that he's got.
I think so.
Gastrointestinal problem. And I've had a lifetime of stomach problems, I can tell you. It's the hardest way to live your life, having stomach issues like it is. I can't even imagine trying to play football. We saw it done to Dan Fletcher. He missed about 2 or 3 years of a career over it. Like, it's bad, like it is. So I would probably say it's a bit different to Goetze in that way. And you know what? 30 mil, they're saying, boys. Barcelona in such a bad way. 30 mil is what gets good. They just need him off the wage bill. They need the extra cash, whatever. 30 mil, guys, I'm not going to lie. I know nostalgia seems like a really silly thing, but for 30 mil, I think it's worth it. Because the talk is Chelsea. And I can't watch him wearing that blue kit, you know. I can't watch him wearing that blue kit. I'm sorry. Everywhere he's gone, he's been in red or maroon or some kind of...
Inter.
No, but that's he means since he's left. Though. He's right.
I can't see Bayern and bright blue. I can't watch that, man. I can't.
Drift, I'm with you. I know nostalgia does play a part, but he hasn't had the same injuries, Goetze. He's had injuries, but I don't think they're injuries where we would hopefully look at him and go, "Oh, he's in a decline." Like, I don't think it's that type of injuries. I just think he's been unlucky this season. He's still a quality player. There's a lot of politics behind Coutinho and why he's not playing. Obviously, it's the injury, but it's about, if you read some places, it's about installments left over. It's about if they activate this and that. I don't know what to believe anymore. The English press say everything's been paid off. The Spanish press are saying there's some things that haven't been paid. So I don't know. But if we're talking about just the player and the man, he's still a quality player. And I get it. He snaked us. He did. And he forced his way out. But what we have to remember is that he's from Brazil. And when you're from Brazil, a lot of them have this underlying kind of like desire to play for Real Madrid or Barca. They always do. And they always get to a point in their careers where they kind of feel like it's now or never. I still feel like Coutinho made the wrong move, and we can all say that. But I think if he wants to come back to Liverpool and he's willing to suck it up and dig deep and play for another 4 years at a high level, then I think we should be willing to give him a chance. That's how I see it. And I think if he comes back, he needs to understand that just because he's Phil Coutinho, that doesn't make it that, once he's back, he just plays every game. He has to work hard to get into the team because we've got players in there that deserve to play. There's been players in there that have been grinding since he's left. So, do you know what it is? I would say take him back if the fee is right for us, personally.
I'm literally on the fence of it, I've got to be honest. On the one hand, I remember the Coutinho before he left and how worldly he was, especially the final 6 months, like that half a season before he left. One thing I do think as fans we kind of forget, and I think this is why I talk about Salah a lot. You see how Salah has his critics in terms of people say he gets the goals, but he misses loads and all that as well. think we forget a lot of the times Coutinho did score worldies, but there were games where you'd have 6-7 shots and they would be nowhere near the goal as well. You think, would that work in the Klopp team now, considering how much we've evolved since he's left?
Yeah, bro. We don't shoot.
Yes.
So I
hear you. I hear you both. But at the same time, I can't forget about the way he left as well. And then also, is he the same player? And again, we'll only know that answer if he comes back. But at the same time, when it comes to just natural playmaking ability, he's one of the best on the planet. And that's another thing to consider. That's why I'll be honest, I'm very on the fence. I'm torn as anything with it. It's hard.
I think this season is why people have kind of forgotten that he's a good player because he's having a bad year. But it was only 9 months ago he was in a semi-final, absolutely destroying it for Bayern Munich. Like people do have short memories. Like he's not.
Scored 2 goals, Drift, against his former team.
He got a hat trick, didn't he?
Was it a hat trick? I thought it was 2.
Yeah. Oh no, he got an assist and 2 goals. So
bro, he was balling out,
I'm telling you, like people forget 30 mil. You know what? We should be in a position where 30 mil, he comes and he's on the bench. You got to redeem yourself. You do what you did. You come in.
Yeah.
But for 30 mil, that should be how much we pay for squad players. But FSG won't do that, would they? But that's what we should be doing. We should be buying him and saying, you know, Coutinho, prove yourself. You're a squad man. Ox goes, and then he comes in and he's Ox. Can you imagine how much the squad gets better if Ox goes?
If he replaces Ox,
but that's the type of stuff we should be doing, Cal. Or Shaqiri goes and he replaces Shaqiri.
Yeah,
this is what we're supposed to be doing. We're Liverpool.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's the level that we're. And then if he proves himself, he becomes a starter. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right?
What it is, what Aldrich is saying is this year, Cal, and you're probably going to agree. In fact, you will agree. With Liverpool and under FSG, we've got to a point where, let's say, for example, Shaqiri was to go, we'll probably be linked with like Cantwell, like you know, like them man. Then you're like they're good players, but we're Liverpool though. Would Cantwell get into Chelsea, Man City, Man United? Like probably not even Arsenal. Sorry. Like we're at a level where we should be at the top. If we're not getting the creme de la creme, it's got to be ever so slightly below where that player is about to burst. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And Coutinho, for me, do you know why I say he fits the bill? He's been at the club before. He's played under Jurgen Klopp. And again, time will tell. He's 28 or 29 years old. He's not over the hill, in my opinion. And for me, he showed at Bayern when it's time to turn up, he turns up. And again, he's just having a bad season, if you ask me.
Do you know what, guys? After having this conversation with you two, I can't actually disagree with you. And you kind of swayed me. You swayed me. Like, you changed my thoughts on it. And I got a shout out to someone called Craig as well, who DM'd me about this. And I'll be honest, I wasn't even on the fence. I was like, nope, don't want him back. I've been changed. You guys have changed me still.
Could you imagine a midfielder, just for argument's sake, say we had a couple of injuries, but we was able to put out Fabinho, Thiago,
Matt,
and Coutinho.
Not watershed, Matt.
Just saying.
I'm getting demonetized.
But even if you think about like our second string team, like say God forbid we did have some injuries, but we brought our bench players on, and our bench players were, I don't know. Now, say the captain managed to keep himself fit so he could play holding, but then it's Naby and Coutinho coming on while a couple man have got some knocks. Now, that midfield is Naby, Coutinho, and Henderson, and we're talking about this. That's the second string midfield. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing, bro.
This is like, people, I'm gonna be real. I need to get a new gift for our OnlyFans settings. I'm trying to think. Like, we haven't got one. I'm trying to think.
Give me a minute.
We don't have an OnlyFans setting.
Hey, Matt, you know when you were talking about getting the new up and comers? Do you know who?
Babe, I'm having some me time tonight.
Bro, it's mad.
You know we missed the trick on Bellingham.
What's that?
We actually missed the trick on that one.
Bellingham? The one that went to
Dortmund. Because that's an FSG signing right there.
No, bro. It is. All right, let me give it. All right, if we would have got Bellingham and say we get Coutinho this summer, and say we got, for argument's sake, let's say we had the best summer of all time, and say we got Haaland, and say we got someone else, this will be Jurgen Klopp walking into every changing room before the game. Bob, do you know how excited he'll be to pick his squad? He'll be like, Bob, could you imagine?
You gotta celebrate before the game, you know. That's
listen, the disrespect. You know, Klopp will be like, look at the options. That
was it 18 nearly went Dortmund for? Yeah.
It was
Bellingham.
Yeah, about 20. I think about 20.
No, I think Haaland went to Dortmund for 18 mil.
Oh, okay.
What he was?
It wasn't a lot. It was an FSG type of thing.
Oh my gosh!
And you know the youth's going to go up 100 mil soon. Like he looks.
No, but shall I say what it is? Dortmund's the perfect place for these players to go. So I don't even know if you could have gone. Because again, a lot of criticism gets labelled at clubs for not getting Haaland. Teams were in for Haaland, but Dortmund was his choice because he knew. That's
he's gonna play as well. He's looking at other players like Sancho and that. I'm thinking, I'm a young player and I want to progress and get to the next level. I'm gonna go to Dortmund.
And if you look at one of the youngsters, it's true. Pulisic, you look at that. You'll be Sancho. Like there's actually
Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, Dembele. There's an example of a progression of how you become a great youngster when you go there. You're right.
Do you know what? Just quickly before we move on, guys. Do you know what? I actually feel sad when I see comments in the chat when they say things like, "Oh yeah, but Matt, it's FSG." Like, do you know how bad it is to that we kind of all know, like, deep down, a lot of these things aren't going to happen. And this is why when I say to you, it's not a disrespect thing when I say getting other owners in that want to pump in more money is like I'm saying FSG done badly. I'm just saying we need to go to that next level, man. Because I'm sick and tired of people even just like having a little jokes and saying, well, you man can't even afford him. Like you man shouldn't even be thinking about him. Like we're Liverpool. We're sponsored by Nike. LeBron James has just entered the building. Yeah, regardless. Yeah, we've had some other investors that are obviously gone into FSG, not us, but to FSG. Yeah. Whether that means they're looking to sell or not. Like, bro, like I don't want to have these conversations where I'm a Liverpool fan. And people are having to tell me, nah, bro, you need to calm down, you know? Like, you need to calm down, bro. Why are you talking about Haaland and Mbappe?
We actually get laughed at by opposition fans when we mention any of these players. They're like, you could ever get him.
Like, I'm sick of it. Like, all jokes aside, people are saying you should look at Sanderberg and Basuma's a good player, but why can't I think about Verratti? Can I not think about Haaland and Mbappe? Why have I got to think about Patson Daka? No disrespect to Patson Daka, by the way. Yeah. But I'm just saying, these are the things I'm glad you just said I don't like. I don't like.
Shall I be real with you? Shall I be real with you? You know we should actually be doing this for the next 2 summers? Haaland should be coming this summer. And then you see next summer, if Mbappe don't sign a new deal and he stays, we should be looking at Mbappe on a free. You get Haaland and Mbappe in the same squad and you dominate. That's what we should be doing.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what Donnarumma done for years, bro.
You see Donnarumma, we should be saying, but you know what? We've got Alisson, but let's go and grab Donnarumma on a free and let's go and send him out on loan for 2-3 years. See how Alisson gets on, and if Alisson starts to decline, we bring back Donnarumma. If he doesn't decline, they both come in and they battle for that spot.
Like Chelsea did with Courtois. Courtois became one of the best in the world at Atletico.
So glad you said that, Tiff. Facts.
Then they brought him back when he was already ready and won the league with him.
And again, I know some people in the chat are torn on Daka. Some people think it's good, some people think it's not good. I'm not saying Patson Daka's not good. I'm not saying that. I'm not. But what I'm saying is this, though. If I said to you guys right now, Patson Daka, Haaland or Mbappe, I'm sorry, but I'm picking Haaland or Mbappe. Do you want to know why? Because they're playing at a high level and they're proven. Not to say Patson Daka can't reach their level, but if you're going to sit there and tell me Patson Daka's in one of their levels, I'm sorry. I don't know. You've been blinded by FSG to thinking the man that hasn't been birthed yet is the guy we should always be looking at. Look at the guy that's right in front of you sometimes. He's doing a madness.
No, and I've got a shout. Sorry, real quick. I've got a shout. Even the Donnarumma idea, I didn't even think of something like that. So I got a shout out Lakers 91 for that. And he just said it straight. He's like, that's something we should be doing. How often is there a world-class goalkeeper on the market for free?
Yeah.
And he's still only 21, so he's young enough to go on loan and come and join up a little bit later.
Because let's be honest, Chelsea are probably going to get a big boy goalkeeper this summer.
They might.
Donnarumma,
They might get
I
him.
know.
I'm scared
But
they're going to
I
get
reckon,
him. I'm scared
let's say,
they
for
get him.
example, Chelsea got Oblak, yeah? We should be saying, boom, go and get Donnarumma, send him to Atletico Madrid for 2-3 years.
Yes.
Bang. Straight.
Because you see what that does. Because obviously there's going to be a signing on fee, yeah? Let's say the signing on fee is 10 mil, yeah? Mm. You see that 10 mil, that gets recouped in 3 seasons when you send him out on loan for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
That salary he's on, which let's say he's going to be on 150k because he's going to be on big money, yeah? Because he's coming on a free. You see that 150k? That 150k maybe becomes 25, 30k because you sent him out on loan. So that club's got to pay a portion of his wages as well. Mm-hmm. You are getting a player, and let's say, for example, Alisson goes on to another level and becomes even greater. Kelleher gets great as well. And we don't need Donnarumma. You brought in a goalkeeper for free, and now you're going to sell him if you want him.
Mm.
Just quickly,
it is a win-win.
I know it's spending a bit longer on this, but I just got to say it. Drift, your memory is probably better than mine, yeah, in terms of this bit, what I'm about to say. You see when Man United used to win the league, and my line used to go and get every single bad boy on the list, like every year. They didn't settle.
And if he didn't turn out to be good, they were like, oh, well.
They got rid of him. You see, well, imagine this year, we've won the Champions League and we've won the Premier League, and all we have to show for it is Jota and Thiago. That's it. Literally, that's it. Not taking anything from Simicast because he hasn't played, so I can't say. Played yet. But I'm saying 2 man, and we've won 2 major trophies.
Do you want to know what's deep about it? Yeah, because I don't want to downplay FSG for making those 2 signings because they were wonderful signings.
They are, but I'm just saying.
The thing that's jarring about it is nobody realized how good Jota was apart from us, and now they do. So we kind of had no competition. Nobody was ready for that. So that was a brilliant move from Liverpool.
It was. No, you're right.
But the Thiago one, we're just lucky he wanted us. If he wanted someone else, that don't even happen.
Look at Werner.
Yeah.
There you
Werner's
go.
A perfect example.
There you go. Werner was like, well, I'll go somewhere else. And he went somewhere else. We're just lucky that the admiration that Thiago has for Klopp, along with the heritage that Liverpool have, Thiago was like, no, that's where I want to go and finish my career. I want to go finish my career there. Without Klopp, that don't happen. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Without Klopp, Thiago is not a Liverpool player. Do you get what I'm saying?
Telling you, man, this Moneyball thing, Moneyball, like, what is it? They say when they talk about the data and all that stuff, data analysis, whatever it's called,
But just quickly,
no, not done with it. I would just say yes, but there's a time there's a time when to use that. Like, you see your squad has to be a mixture. If you want to be Premier League champions, your squad has to be a mixture of people that are so experienced and on a world-class level and people that are that are on the come-up, innit? Their ceiling is very high. So see like De Ligt, for example, that should have been one of our defenders. You see like Kylian Mbappe, the board should be thinking Kylian Mbappe, all right, he's hesitating over signing a new deal. We got to put our noses in that. We got to stick ourselves right in that debate. Oh, Haaland, release clause next summer. Okay, do you know what? We should try and get him early. Because I guarantee you, Chelsea, Man City are going to try and get him. If they get him,
it's a wrap.
I can't be bothered.
Well, you just made me want to say something else now. So just quickly before we bring in another caller, Passan Daka, I'll put him in the Coutinho bracket. People want him. That's cool. Let's bring him and make him a part of the squad then. You lot don't like Origi anymore. We get some money for Origi. Passan Daka becomes the guy on the bench. And we get a striker. Boom. That's how we're supposed to be moving. And on that Haaland thing, bro, you know what we do? We do what we did with Naby Keita. Give them 30 mil extra, but you can have him for another season. So he's our player, but we use the buyout clause to say you can have him for a whole nother season, but we'll give you 90. So you still get more than the buyout, and you get another summer and you get another season with him. Bang.
Tell him again.
Facts. Do you know what?
I'm Dortmund were probably like that more than any other deal.
Drifty, do you know what, Drift?
I'm dropping the beat. Shutdown thing. Shutdown. No, it's a straight shutdown thing because it's facts, bro.
Take a bow.
Facts.
Take a bow.
Facts.
Drift. Do you know what? That's the best idea I've heard in terms of.
Bro, it's facts, bro. Drift couldn't have said it any better. It's facts. That's facts.
That right there, Drift, is perfect.
We're sitting down, twiddling our thumbs, thinking, "Oh, should we get involved in the Haaland thing? I don't know about his wages. I don't know about minor reality. I don't know if we got the." Bruv, go and
the blueprint's the money as well. We've done it. We've done
the money on the table and done it.
Drift. And that way you save money. Hey, do you know what? I'm gonna have to drop the beat.
We've done it twice.
I'm gonna have to drop the beat for you twice. Big facts.
Couldn't have said it
Big
better,
facts.
bro. Trust.
All right, we're gonna bring in the next caller.
Yeah.
Scoop, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. What's up, man? It's been a while.
No,
how you guys doing?
I know.
Yeah, what's going on,
D-Rag
bro?
and everything now, yeah? See the beard growing
right.
out.
Yeah. I'm for now.
Lockdown wave, yeah. Lockdown wave.
For now, when it's do-rag Scoop, what's going on, bro?
You know, it's the do-rag. Like, right now my hair's like in a bit of a Callum situation. Like not Callum right now, but like Callum when he's got the throat.
Yeah. What's going on, though, bro?
We're gonna start your 2 minutes now.
We'll start from now. Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead. All right. So remember, I think it was earlier this week. You guys ripped one into Drifty regarding the free striker situation when he had Torres, Fowler, and was it Owen?
Yeah.
But they're playing on the wings and that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Drifty, that could work.
Oh,
tell him again, bro.
Hear me out.
That D-Rag is tight, bro.
I was about to say, what size is it? Is it a medium? Is it a medium?
Don't listen to him, bro. Don't listen to them, bro.
Man,
are you mad?
Man picked up the kids do-rags. Come on, Scoot. Come on, bro.
Hey,
I'm joking now. Go on. Let me get a say, bro. Yeah, because I don't want to eat in short minutes, bro. Go on.
Yeah, no problem. I'll make it real quick. Do you guys remember Raul towards like the late 90s, early 2000s? I don't know if you guys remember, but he had like a good 3-year stint playing in midfield, and he would literally be charging from midfield into the box. And I'm gonna drop some pictures real quick into the comments. So I don't know if you guys can screen share it, or if not, just look at it in your own browsers to kind of see what I'm getting at. Like these are two screenshots from like Champions League final in 98 and 2000, and you kind of see what I mean by that. And I think when I look at Raul and I look at Fowler, they've got very similar playing styles. So literally, just have Fowler sort of sitting deep in a hole. You've got the two strikers going forward, and then you get the width from the fullbacks. It could work. Only thing I would say, Drift, Carragher left back. Big mistake. You've got to have someone who's gone forward and like literally knows what they're doing. Cover the width, and then Fowler in the hole, Owen and Torres in the middle.
I hear that, but I had to get Carragher in my team, bro. I had to get him in my team. He's a legend, isn't it? So I had to get him in my team. But nah, bruv, you see, Scoop knows his football.
I'm gonna give him a little bit more time. Because I ain't into that.
Scoop's allowed 10 seconds extra time because he knows his shit. Yeah.
Oh, please.
Big up you're talking. That means you've got to stop Drift. You've got to stop Drift. Alright, go on. Anything else you want to say, Scoop? Because we're gonna get into it.
Cool. So can you guys screen share it? Like,
no, I can't see it, bro. You
know, DM it us on the socials.
DM, and what we'll do, we'll speak about it on the Monday show. Message me on Monday during the day just to remind me, and we'll speak about it on the Monday show.
Yeah.
And I'll use the screenshots and all that.
Sweet. All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Cool. No, anytime, Scoop, bro. Anytime, my bro.
Big up, bro.
Take care, bro. Have a good weekend, man.
I told you a lot about my team, man. Don't mess with my team. My team's out here. My team's out here destroying all your teams, man. The people know.
I'm gonna be real with you. I love Scoop. I love Scoop. I don't agree with that.
No, it's alright.
I rate Scoop's knowledge as well. I actually rate Scoop's knowledge.
Yeah, no, his knowledge is high. It's high. And again, remember, when I done my team, I said, listen, I know my team width-wise, it is kind of mad, and that's me being honest, but even if you talk about my team, okay, for the width-wise, we're giving away the wings, that's just one aspect of the game. I remember when I said to you, man, like I've got 2 6s, so one of them can always pull out and fill into the back 3 and make it a back 4. Bro, my team is flexible. So I know you man were taking a piss saying, oh, you got no width and that, dumbbell and that. You man were going ham, innit? You man were going ham. Go look at my team again and tell me if it can't work. If you think it can't work, fair play, but I'm just saying it.
I know Fowler could play in that hole. I said it at the time when you lot was laughing at me. Fowler could play in that hole. I know we could. But we move, innit? We move.
One question we did miss out was M to the O. Remember, he asked for our top 3 goals without being disingenuous, we actually saved that for a separate show because that is something we could really.
Someone in the comments actually put
Yeah.
up, and I forgot to mention it. Yeah, I think we should dedicate a show to that.
Yeah, because there's some, there's got to be, there's so many goals and even honourable mentions as well. I don't just want to.
And them goals
a
need
head
to be
top up.
celebrated as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, M to the O, we're gonna do a dedicated show to that. So don't feel your question was ignored, bro. She ain't a road man. You don't have to be a road man to wear a do-rag. I'm having to wear one to bed at the moment. And trust me, I'm
Mr.
not
Piss
a road
in the
man.
Wind, you give me too much joke, bro. I swear that. You're my guy, though. You're my guy.
Those days when I used to grease my scalp every night, put on a do-rag and just try and get...
I was going to put on my do-rag today still, but I couldn't even... I think
I'm not even going to chance it on this in front of these lot.
You want to put your do-rag?
No, I love these lot to bits, but there's no
See,
way
that's the thing. I don't care, you know. That's why I got so many aliases. I don't care if I got do-rag, I got hat. Man's have my head, no hat. Bro, I don't care, bro. Come on.
I've already given these lot too much ammunition with them seeing my hair like this at the moment. Like, I can't keep an added.
I'm not going to lie. You gave them too much. Because they're not willing to give back. Much. They won't give back, I tell you, bro.
Well, just go back to the kid and play, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, my type of hat. Oh.
But just put it this way, yeah. When my mum saw me, my mum WhatsApp called me on video, yeah. When she saw me, when I picked up the phone, this was her actual reaction. She went, "Oh, you did it. You actually did it." I was like, yeah. She's like, "What's the date they open? What's the barber name?" I was like, "Icon Barber." She's like, "What's the date they open?" I was like, 12th of April, but my appointment's 17th. She's like, "Oh, so another month then." And I was like, yeah, mum. She's like, anyway, I just spoke to my grandson. Where is he? I was like, all right, mum. Don't worry about the son that you grew up with. Man. All right, next caller.
Matt Bickerzette is here in the building.
Manny, can you hear us, bro? You're on mute at the moment.
Yo, what are you saying, guys?
Not too bad, Manny. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, all good. How you keeping? You all good?
We there.
Yeah. Bless man.
Yeah. So, just wanted to cover a few things quickly, innit? So,
all right, I'm gonna start the 2 minutes now, though.
Yeah. So yeah, the Coutinho thing. I'm on the other side of the fence to Drifty and Matt. If I'm being honest on Coutinho, I just think that ship has sailed. If you look at his if you just look at it over the last year or so, the injury problems, the form's just not been there in it. And he had a decent year at Bayern Munich. I just don't think we're getting the same player. And I feel we need to just focus on more younger budding talents to fill this creative hole. I think we just don't need to add another 28, 29-year-old to the squad. I feel like we made exception to Thiago because he's that world-class player and he had a good year when we bought him. I just think the Coutinho thing, we should move on from that. That's just my opinion anyway. The next point, I think, obviously, we discussed Werner. I think this Werner's lost because my understanding was that Klopp was in contact with Werner during the period of lockdown and all of that. I feel like if Klopp would have just said to him, and I think this was what was said to him, like, look, this is the situation. We're trying to work out what we're doing in terms of our finances. Just chill. We'll come back in for you. And I believe Klopp's a man of his word. And it's not the first time it happened. Something similar happened with Van Dijk when we said we'll come back in for you. Werner didn't want to wait. He got ants in his pants and he wanted to leave. So that's where it is, isn't it? So and then my last point. I think, guys, I love your content and stuff like that, but we really need to move on from Kane, Haaland, and Mbappe talks. Like, it's just like we're rehashing. Like, it's draining. Like, I personally feel you guys should do a show where we discuss more realistic targets, and we just
could do that.
I think that's a very good idea. Like, it's not what you want to hear, but I see Drifty talking about Kane, bro. Before we get Kane, we probably have to sell off the training ground, all our top 3 guys.
Man, you know what time it is. You know it's so love, bro, but I gotta do it. I'm sorry.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's cool. Oh, I just wanted to say one more point. Yeah, you see, do you drink, right?
I don't drink. I don't.
I was gonna say to you, you should knock down the Grant's whiskey with the apple juice. That goes down a treat, mate. Easy, man, innit? But yeah, that's what
yes. And Manny, do me a favor, Manny. In the comments, Manny. In fact, this is for everyone. Write down 3 realistic targets for strikers that you want us to discuss, and that's what we'll do.
Yeah, we can go through that, Manny, for real. 100.
Bless up,
nice
you, man,
Manny, bro.
Bless up, bro. Have a good weekend, my bro. Take care, bro.
I tell you one of the only reasons why we do talk about it though is because you want to dream just a little. We know it's not really realistic, but this is the problem, isn't it? They should be the realistic targets, and that becomes the problem every time everyone knows that we can't get those players. We should be able to get those players, and that's what the issue is. But yeah, God knows how much we'd have to get rid of to buy Kane. I know that.
I know. The thing is,
Manny said we don't sort of training ground.
No. Do you know what it is? What Manny's saying is facts, yeah. Because we, as I said before, we kind of know we're not gonna go in for these players. But to say that we're Liverpool Football Club and we should literally be thinking about Patson Daka as like he's our Mbappe, that's actually criminal. That's no disrespect to Patson Daka. But if anyone in the chat can say to me, Patson Daka is better than Mbappe, then I'm sorry, I'm going to say it again. That is criminal because we are Liverpool Football Club. But again, Manny does have his point because we know we ain't going to get them type of players right now, innit? We might as well look at them, man.
Somebody put Danny Ings as one of their players. We had a player better than Daka and we shot at him.
We had to.
So I know what I'm saying. That we had man in our possession that were better than people were thinking about buying.
So what we saying?
Better than Daka. Like, I don't think many people disagree with that, and we had to get rid of him. Like,
so what we're saying, because I've seen even rumors and stuff from it's come more from the Spanish press, yeah, about Luis Suarez coming back. I don't think there's nothing in it, but have we got to start thinking about things like that? Because I'm not being real, bro.
It would have been the summer gone as well. Not when he's another year older. You don't get him now when he's even more.
Shall I tell you a joke? There's more chance of Luis Suarez coming back to Liverpool than there is us buying Mbappe in the summer.
Yeah, I know, 100%, bro.
I don't want Suarez back.
No, but I'm being real, you know. I'm being real.
Yeah. Shout out to Saint LFC TV. Guys, subscribe to his channel. So just a little side story. Me, Saint, and James, we did a show on Big Six Bants with Monts. I'm trying to remember everyone else. Keys, CK, so KC, and Nigerian Englishman. It was Arsenal versus Liverpool preview. And when I tell you, me, Saint, and James, we were moving like a prime D-Generation X. Unstoppable. Absolutely tore those guys to shreds.
Music and pedigrees all round.
Hey, the combo. Out. Even China jumped in, brother.
Even Road Dog.
Road Dog.
Road Dog, Jesse James.
Billy Gunn. X-Pac. We were
Billy Gunn and that, you know.
So when that show gets released, make sure you check that out.
I used to feel sorry for X-Pac. Imagine being that much of a side man. That must have been mad.
Well, he wasn't a side man when it comes to the bedroom activities still, but we move.
I haven't had to make OnlyFans yet, bro. It's 9 o'clock, bro. We got to wait, bro. You can't say them things then. And
no, you know 9, bro. It's at 7:30.
That's what I'm saying. You got to let man know.
Matt, I'm not going to lie. I know this is super unprofessional, but I'm drinking bare water. I really need to go to the toilet at the moment. So guys, hold it down for a sec. Matt's laughing because he knows I've just been getting through bare water with the dieting thing I'm doing.
He has. He's on a bare. He's on a serious diet.
Usually I hold it for the stream, but I can't even take that risk on this one.
No. All right, so give me 1 second, bro, because that'll make it even worse, bro.
I don't want to bring in. All right, I'll wait to hold on to bring in the guest.
Yeah. I'll literally 1 minute.
Yeah. Cool. But Jiff, I want to say this here while Callum's gone, yeah. So I can't stop thinking about what my man said, yeah. We shouldn't be thinking about Mbappe and Haaland. Like, we've got to think about, but the thing is, he's got a point.
Not we shouldn't be, just we know we're not going
realism.
To. Point. Yeah.
Realism, bro. Here's the thing, and I we're Liverpool Football Club, you know. We're Liverpool, bro. We're not like Sheffield Wednesday or Norwich. We're Liverpool.
All right, let's talk about a name that's realistic because of what the situation is, but he's still considered a big boy. There's quite a lot of rumours going around about Dybala. What do you think about that? Because that's a name that is the type of name that we should be linked with. But the way his career has gone recently, you'd probably put him like a James Rodriguez thing where he really needs to resurrect his career now. I know he's not old, but he's really got to like get back on track of the guy he was about to be and the guy he's ended up being. Would you take Dybala at Liverpool for like 60
Do you know what? Dybala's a quality player. But the thing is, Dybala's not a prolific goal scorer. So if you want a striker that's prolific, you don't want Dybala in it. But if you want a quality player, you go for Dybala because I think it's quality.
What about if you played him in the 10 realm and went to 4-2-3-1?
So, bro, if you play him in the 10, he'll do bits in it. Dare I say, he'll even do bits as a second striker. But let's say, for example, Klopp wanted to stick to the 4-3-3. Even if you put Dybala on the right-hand side, he's not doing a Salah. He's not getting that amount of goals. And again, I dare I say, his work ethic isn't even the same either. He's a quality player, Dybala, but he's just not prolific. And because we're in need of a prolific goal scorer, you need to come better than Dybala. So it's not about the name, it's not about the quality he brings, but just as a goal scorer, dare I say it, Patson Daka might be a better goal scorer than Dybala. I'm talking about prolificness, like just in front of goal. Maybe, and I say maybe, because Dybala, if you go look at his record, I'm trying to think. Has Dybala ever? No, because Jeff talked about Dybala, and I'm not.
I asked Matt about a name.
Dybala's levels above Daka,
based on his
but
situation.
as a goal scorer, though,
no. But as a number 10, if we go to a 4-2-3-1. And we need
Dybala all day.
And Shaqiri goes, Ox goes. Some of those players go. We need another guy who could play in the hole as well as Firmino.
But if we need a goal scorer, let's be real.
Would you take that?
But if you need a goal scorer, let's be real, because we've got Firmino.
And Dybala. That was the new thing. We got Dybala for number 10. Daka became the striker. So it was Firmino and Daka rotating as the front man, and then Dybala was playing the number 10. And that was the way we were going forward. How would you look at it? Like,
sorry to do this to you both. I know I'll just jump back in. We speak about Daka as he's a goal scorer, right? Can I ask you guys a serious question now? If you put Dybala in Daka's team right now, Dybala outscores Daka.
That's a good argument.
So is Daka even really a goal scorer? I hope people don't think I'm trying to shade him.
That's a bit disingenuous because even I don't rate him, Cal. That's like saying you're basically putting a second striker or a 10 ahead of an actual goal scorer, even though he hasn't done it in the better leagues. And I said that already. That's a bit hard to say who's going to score more goals.
As well. Come on.
The thing is, I tell you why I don't know if Daka
he might create more for Daka.
Because like with Haaland, I tell you why it's different with Haaland. One, Haaland was younger. But Haaland was also doing it in Champions League as well.
No, I think it's I don't know.
Daka ain't. If I'm not mistaken, I think Daka maybe has one goal in the Champions League.
But I think in Champions League he's doing doo-doo, you know. I don't think he's doing none.
And again, I'm not even trying to say Dybala's like a supreme goal scorer. But I think I could name 10 strikers. Like, I'll be real with you. Origi goes to that league. I think he gets the same numbers as Daka.
No, Cal, I fully agree. But what I'm saying is you're talking about Dybala as a 10 getting more goals than a natural striker. Because albeit I think he's got the capability to do that, but it's whether it's the type of role that he will provide. For all we know, Cal, Dybala might get 17 goals and 15 assists in that league. But those assists could have been goals, but he just thought, I'm going to let it off to Daka. I'll let him bang. That's why I say to you, it's more of a debate thing.
I like the idea of Dybala.
You get what I'm trying to say?
He shoots from distance. I want us to buy a few players who can shoot from distance, man.
I'm going to be real, though. From what I've seen of Daka, I don't think Daka's better than Origi.
Of course he isn't.
I don't think he is.
Of course he isn't, man.
Because again, you made a valid point. Put Origi in that league. Origi week in, week out, bad luck the thing. I'm gonna be real. I'd rather stick with Origi, you know. And people are gonna say, "But Matt, that's crazy. Patson Daka banned out the league. Like, look at what Haaland did. He ain't Haaland, bro. He's just not."
Yeah, I fully agree with you both. The only
You know-
reason why some would argue to bring in Daka to replace Origi is because Origi seems like mentally it'd be a new challenge for Daka, so he's going to bring more enthusiasm. But in terms of talent, Origi's clear, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Origi's
of
clear.
course, talent. Origi's clear.
And remember, I used the word clear.
Yeah, bro.
He's clear.
You see, Daka, not just for the Daka, but just natural talent. For me, Origi's clear of Daka. But as you said he's at Liverpool.
I wouldn't even say it's just natural talent. I think it's current talent as well. Like Origi's quicker. I think Origi's got a better shot. Origi's better at crossing. Origi is a better dribbler. Like for me, it's clear. And you know what I'm like when it comes to these whole debate thing, but there is no debate for this one, in my opinion. Like Origi's clear of that.
You're right. Origi's just tapped out mentally because of everything that he's gone through. That's what it is. He's not motivated.
Origi's better. Like no one can sit here and say, "Oh, there's an Austrian defender that Daka has to go up against every week." Man's probably playing against any no names. I'm sorry, probably playing against vloggers or something. Some YouTubers like ourselves. Don't disrespect the Austrian.
Don't disrespect the vlogger, man. We're vloggers as well.
No, but I'm just saying.
Do you know? I'll be real with you. If I was playing Power League and someone dribbled past me and said, "Oh, it's just Callie's a blogger,"
No, but you know something. You see Patson Daka, yeah. I'm gonna be real. Patson Daka will probably like say if I was playing at centre back, I reckon I'd make it half of Patson Daka, and I'm a vlogger, innit? I'm just saying. Just saying.
All right, cool. Should we bring in the next one then, guys?
Yeah, we move.
Mark A, welcome back, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, legend. That is Mark A. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. With that whole like Kall-In stuff, I think this summer, a more realistic target is someone like Michael Olise in the Championship for Reading.
I don't know much about him. If I want to be,
I don't even know about him, bro. But that
he's not out and out striker, but he's like on the wings. But I know we've been following him for a while, so.
Yeah. No disrespect to the player or the league, but it's just
it's a typical FSG signing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that Audi thing again, man.
Yeah, projects.
You know I went round my friend's house and I had M&S, and now I'm just like, I'm not going Audi anymore, bro.
Yeah, I need to ask my question quick.
I'm gonna start in 2 minutes now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So first question is AFCON, because it's in the winter, so just want to get your thoughts on it. Obviously with Mane, Salah, Naby Keita, and then how it could affect us in the transfer window, this summer transfer window. And second question, what was it about? PR stunt around Billy Cometio when he had the whole nickname Billy the Kid, and then they took that picture with him and Van Dijk on the pre-season tour. So I just want to get your thoughts on that, because as a fan base, we need to be wary now, because I know Musolowski, a very talented player, but look how he's doing interviews already. It's all
Mark A, you know.
Yeah, just stay woke. Don't
bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark. I know I ask you this on every stream. How old are you again, bro?
18. Someone said my audio is not good.
No, your audio is
fine. Your audio is clear,
fine.
fam.
Okay.
You're clear, bro. You're clear.
This country needs a prime minister like you, bro. And I'm not even saying that to make. I'm not even saying that. God's honest. I'm not even saying that to make joke. Country needs someone like you, bro.
Yeah, I'm just connecting the dots.
Clear and decisiveness. Trust me, bro. Decisive.
You're a legend, bro. You're actually an actual legend, bro. But yeah, we're gonna chop up those questions now, bro.
Yeah. Cool.
Right, then. Take care, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the uncle's
So the
name?
first one was what's his name?
Yeah, Milanovsky. How'd you say his name?
Musilowski, I believe.
Yeah. You see that kid there, but well, you know, obviously, because I messaged you after we got mentioned before. I'm never gonna lie. I blinked twice. I was like, Messi in the Liverpool kid. Oh no, sorry, bro, that kid looked different.
No, that's not for you, Drift. By the way,
I'm not gonna lie, that kid looked different. But yeah, obviously he's right. If he's already doing interviews, this is the PR spin straight up. Like, this is it, innit? This is Harvey Elliott all over again. This is Vandenberg all over again. The youth man who ain't going to be nowhere near ready for the first team, but let's gas it up. Let's let them know that this kid's coming. But I'm not going to lie, though. That kid does look like a whole nother box of gravy, though. I'm not even going to lie. Watching them clips of him, I genuinely thought it was Messi for a hot second. So,
he looks quality. He looks quality. Yeah, I mean, the Billy the Kid stuff. Remember, we said it on here last like at the beginning of the season. We're like, they do this every season. Like, it's like they do this every season. When the Billy stuff was coming out, people were going, "Yeah, that's our fourth choice centre back," and I was thinking, are we doing this because of his hype? Because no one's seen him play. And for me, that it is very frustrating to watch our fan base do that because. And again, I don't say this lightly. I do genuinely believe Liverpool's fan base is one of the most knowledgeable fan bases in football. I'm not talking about the trolls and the people who just say silly things for the sake of it, but knowledge in our fan base is not sparse. Like, so when people were losing their minds over the fact that Billy Kometa was the same height as Van Dijk and being like, yeah, he's our fourth choice centre back, I was thinking, oh, okay, why is he? Like, why is he? What attributes did he bring to the table?
Well, they were like, Klopp loves him. And you always hear that one, like, Klopp believes in him. Because remember, let's be real. I don't even want to be disrespectful to the kid. But that's what we heard about Brewster for 2 years. You don't understand how much Klopp loves this kid.
Yeah.
Klopp believes in him, blah, blah, blah. Like,
glad you said that. Remember, we were told, because remember, we looked at Werner a couple of years back and we were told there's no point getting Werner because it's going to block Ryan Brewster's progress.
Yep, that is exactly what we were told. Exactly what we were told.
Marquez got me thinking. I don't even want to go on another rant, but he's got me thinking. I'm not going to lie. And the second question was about AFCON. I am very worried about AFCON. I remember the last time we had to deal with AFCON in the winter, and again, it's going a few years back. It was early in Klopp's reign. It was when Mane went, and we struggled that month. This time it would be Keita, Mane. Matip, if he's still no, Matip wouldn't, sorry. So it'd be Keita, Mane, and Salah. I'm going to be real with you. God forbid we get an injury to Jota. Who plays on the wings for Liverpool Football Club?
Considering the other players normally get injured a lot as well, which would be Shaqiri, Ox. But isn't Daka from Zimbabwe?
Zambia. Shout out to Phil. Shout out to Phil in the comments as well. Phil is not happy with us because I think Phil said he's from the same country as Daka and we're sleeping on him. But Phil, I just
Zambia make AFCON regularly because if they
no, apparently not.
Okay, but there's still a possibility though, right?
Yeah,
that means that the backup guy even goes.
Yeah,
it doesn't even make any sense to buy him on that basis alone.
That was why I was a bit skeptical about Koulibaly as well, though, Drift.
Oh shit! If we get Koulibaly, you're right, bro. Oh my days. We might do a sabotage thing so Egypt and Senegal don't make it, bro.
the only difference with Koulibaly is that you could argue that if Virgil, Gomez, and another centre back are fit, then we can suffice without Koulibaly potentially.
Yeah. But Mane and Salah, you don't replace that.
You can't. And again, this is why I'm so keen on us getting like a Neto, because let's say, for example, they go go to the AFCON in January, and we've got Jota and Neto for a month. I'm not saying they're going to do what Mane and Salah do when they're on form, but I'm good with that. In fact, I'm more than good with that. I'm ecstatic with that. So, and again, I think that's where it leads
to complete the trio and just get Jimenez, and then we've just got Wolves up front for January, innit?
Right. Well, not a bad shout. Another thing we have to remember as well, though, and again, shout out to Lakers91 on Twitter for this. We need to think about if we sign certain players, the English quota as well. I think a lot of us are saying
on the border already, right? Like right on the border.
It is indeed.
It's pretty much got to be a British player you're replacing with.
Yeah. So can I just drop you like a little thought process I had with Lakers in terms of how the squad could potentially look. And again, I'm not saying these are the best players to get and all that, but this is just sort of the conversation. So in terms of squad, it's a 25-man squad, right? So one of the best places to add an English player or a homegrown player is the goalkeepers, because you have to register 3 goalkeepers. Like that's a given. You absolutely have to. So in terms of the squad that I came up with, which will allow us to have the English quota, I'm trying to find it now. Bear me a sec. Okay, so would be Allison, Kelleher, he's the first homegrown, and then a third choice goalkeeper. I'd go for a homegrown third choice.
Not many of them.
I know. Maybe, and again, it might even be someone like a Ben Foster or John Ruddy or someone like that. But as third choice, I could live with it for a year.
A lot of pressure on Kelleher to continue the way he is, though.
I know, but I gotta take a risk somewhere. So hear me out.
Keepers are bad place to take a risk, though. You know, it's come back to fight a lot, bro.
I hear you. I'm taking risks already. I know I am. I'm taking liberties a little bit, but I've got you. And the rest of my squad will make sense. Now, I know I'm gonna get called out for having an agenda. And maybe I do, but I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say, so the defense. So I would have Trent. I would actually send Nico out on loan. Yeah. Then I would have, I wouldn't send Nico out on loan. I'd keep Nico, sorry. Yeah. I wouldn't keep Kabak. But I would have as my defenders. So far I've got Kelleher and the third choice goalkeepers, the 2 homegrown. I'd have Trent and Nico for right back, Robbo and Simicast, and then for centre backs I'd have Virgil, Gomez, that's the 5th homegrown, Varane, and Ben White.
Bro. Ben White and Varane in the same summer. That's all.
Just hear me out. And the reason I say Ben White is because Ben White can cover right back as well.
No, I ain't got a problem with the player. That's 100 mil though, bro, right there.
I know, Drift, but hear me out. Then I'm going Fabinho, Hendo, Jones is my 7th. No, I think I've got all my. No, I think that's my 8th actually. So I've got all my homegrown, or have I? Look at me, I'm confusing myself now. Yes, I have. I've got Ben White, I believe. All right, so that, and then so you've got Fab, Hendo, Jones, Thiago Keita, and I'm bringing in Alaba as well on a free. Then I'm going an attacking midfielder in Firmino as my 2 10s, and then I'm saying Salah, Neto, Mane, Jota, and Haaland. Now, I know it sounds crazy. I know it's a dreamland, but that would secure us.
I was going to say, is this under the premise of FSG aren't the owners?
Have you got a black card?
What about just saying, we've changed owners, yeah? We're talking about that game where we pretend like we haven't got FSG as owners.
I'm just saying, in my mind, Alaba comes in to replace Genie. The owners have to give us money out of their own pocket this year. They just have to. And then player sales as well.
But I'll be honest with you, brother. Even if they give us money out of our own pocket, Haaland, Ben White, and Varane in the same summer. You named the whole. Yeah, you need to be Chelsea for that to happen, bro. That's not even FSG money. That's Chelsea money, bro.
All right, hear me out again now. Hear me out again.
Man City money or something, yeah.
Neto reckon about 50
Oh my God, I forgot you said Neto.
You're living.
Haaland, Ben White, and Varane.
You're living that good life.
Oh, hear me out. No, about 50 mil. No, about 50 mil. No.
Bro, I don't think you understand.
No, about 50 mil.
You're living
about 40 mil.
No, 50.
No, because last year his contract's about 40.
Yeah, but it's Real Madrid and all that crap.
No. So, apparently that's his price. It's around 40.
Okay. So that's 90 mil for Ben White and Varane straight away.
No, that was Varane and Neto.
You do realise you've already overspent.
But Neto's going for 60 mil, bro. So
No, we'll get that over 50. We'll get that over 50.
Not after this. Not after the season he's having. Not a chance, bro.
You think we'll get Neto for 50 after we got dropped for how much?
44, and that was with no hype. Neto's got
Wolves are now. Wolves now know what they're dealing with. Bro, you're asking.
Plus, effectively, we
I got no chance in my lineup.
We paid 54 mil effectively because we gave them a player. Because remember, when you think about it, them giving us the 10 mil is kind of like similar things. So, like, for me personally, Cal, you need Chelsea money for that summer, bro.
You do. We ain't having that.
Man. I'm gonna bring on.
No, but bro,
it's beautiful what you said, and what you said is amazing.
Yeah, I've said this when
it's 250 to 300 mil summer, bro.
Man said Varane and Ben White. That is like living. That's like, bro. You know what it is? What it is right now, let's be real. We are used to getting McDonald's and the Uber Eats thing, yeah? We're not going GBK. We're not going flipping, what's the other one? We're not going Meat Liquor. We're not going TGI.
I'm a bona fide delusional goon, you know?
By the way, Matt, you know you said we used to get at McDonald's and the Uber Eats. Them man, they would walk to save the $3.99. Are you mad?
Okay, when it's on discount.
Yeah, you can only get it when it's free delivery, bro.
They might only do it when they get the vouchers. You know when you get the vouchers, when Uber Eats will say to you, you got 25 or 5% off your next 10 orders or something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. When you're ordering McDonald's, it does burn when you see the delivery cost as much as the meal you're ordering. It does burn.
Bruv, it's a joke.
It does burn.
Right. Dev,
I got the grand Big Mac just to feel like I was doing something a bit more. You know, like that. Like I just need to feel like I did something a bit more.
Yeah, bro. 100.
You know what I mean?
100.
All right, let me read out these super chats. We'll bring the next caller. So Khalil says, Hop, Kabak, and Berg will be our only signings this summer.
Khalil's killing, man.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If that happens in the summer, I'm
gonna be real. If Kabak is the only signing that we make, I'm gonna be real, people. You lot are gonna see a different side of me. There won't be no there'll be no laughing and joking.
Someone in the comments realised that when Cal read out that list, one of us is LeBron. You hear this? There was Neto, Varane. I don't know what these guys be smoking over there. And lockdown's got these men moving crazy.
So I'm gonna be real. There's no way like that.
It would be mad. Kadir says Coutinho. Shout out to Kadir. Kadir says Coutinho is still that player, 30 mil. Tahir said how many players left Liverpool and their football careers went down. Torres, etc. Facts.
Does happen a lot.
Aldrin says, guys, it's true. We got first option on Phil. I've heard that as well. I've heard that.
We do. I've heard that as well.
We have it.
I've heard that as well from a very good source.
If we have
it ain't KFC and it ain't Uber Eats.
Kadir once again said, Drifty talking facts. Love you, bro. Regarding Coutinho.
Why is someone saying I'm obsessed with Kabak? Sorry, Cal, just quickly. All I said is, would you not be happy as a fan base if all we did in the summer was just get Kabak on a permanent? What? Are you telling me?
Because you came for him, and then when Cal mentioned Kabak's name, you gave the big eyes, didn't it?
Do you know why? It's because when as good as Kabak can be, and he has been playing well, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna sit there and tell me you would rather Kabak than Varane, then I want to know what you're smoking and send me your link in it. If that's what you're smoking, send me your link in it. Say nothing.
Shout out to Francisco.
Are you crazy? Man, they must be smoking.
Read that one again, so Cal.
Man, are smoking fish fingers out here, bro.
Well, the next. No, I haven't read the.
I thought you were reading the super chat, bro.
No, that was a new member from Francisco A.
Oh yeah. Big up, Francisco.
Yeah.
Big up.
The speaker, I think our scouting network needs to improve. Yes, I do agree with
that.
It does. We need to try and get players at the source rather than trying to get them.
Look at Neto, as you've been saying. Look at Rafinha. These players that we could have got before.
A little bit disingenuous to the fact that we've made some spectacular signings over the last 3 or 4 seasons.
When was the last time we made a spectacular sign that wasn't kind of like in your face, so to speak? So remember,
Robertson.
Take out the middleman. So That's taken.
No, but remember that still comes under scouting. Robertson was still scouting. Salah was still scouting.
Robertson is. Salah's not. Salah, the middleman, was already Roma. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So take out that middleman or that middle.
No, but I mean,
but to be fair, we did try and get Salah. To be fair,
there's always a middleman,
but we failed.
Think about it like that, because then Hull's the middleman between Robertson.
No. But what I mean is that, for example, okay, so trying to think. All right, even Van Dijk, so to speak, we could potentially have got Van Dijk when he was at Celtic. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
you mean why didn't we get him before he became a
before
they
kind of go to that,
in the Prem.
Yeah, before they even get to that kind of, dare I say it, mediocre club.
Like the Kante
Well, so you mean like we would have got Mane from Salzburg rather than Southampton? You mean?
Yeah, but we didn't have to go that far back. I'm just saying in recent years, though, because in recent years we haven't done it.
Yeah, but I still think it's a little bit disingenuous to say that we noticed that player would fit our system. Because Gini Wijnaldum, nobody would have thought about it. I mean, I loved him already, but a lot of people thought, what the hell is this all about?
No, but I'm saying, but the last 2 to 3 years, though, we've tried it. And, okay, the only one I'd say that looks like could be a gem is Harvey Elliott. Seth Vandenberg, I thought he was going to be good. If
you're talking about kids, that's a bit different. We're talking about scouting kids, where we need to improve on that a bit. But I think the scouting team as a whole, we do a very good job of getting a player to fit
No, we do. But I'm saying there are times when I think to myself, okay, see, even Diego Jota, but maybe we had to realise his potential at Wolves. Because don't forget, I think he was at Atletico and he was at Porto, if I'm not mistaken. Before he went to Wolves, maybe we could have cut that out. Salah, maybe we could have potentially got him before he went Roma, but again, if I remember correctly, we tried to get him before and we didn't because we didn't want to pay the money. It's always money with us. I always feel like it's always a case of Liverpool are interested in the player, but they don't want to pay the fee, and then the player goes somewhere else, and then we see how good they are, and then we come back for them later. That happens a lot, in my opinion. It happens a lot.
Oh, just got a message from the big man himself, Grizz. He says Daka not better than Origi. What? He said too many men are sleeping on Daka. I disagree, Grizz. You know I love you, Grizz.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk, fam.
There's no way that is better than
all love. Big up Grizz as well. Big up Grizz.
And the LFC day trippers.
And the day trippers as well. Yeah. They gave us some smell, but big up. Make sure you subscribe to them, man, because them man are doing their stuff. Every single one of them.
And they're on the road to 10K, right? So help them.
Are they on the road? Yes, they are. They are indeed. So yes, make sure you get them to 10K as well, people. A-Spec Limited says, you see a difference with the Thiago situation with Coutinho in the team.
What you mean? Would you improve Thiago's game?
No. As in, obviously, Thiago and Coutinho got a good relationship.
They do.
I think Coutinho had a good relationship with everyone before he left.
Because he's a likable.
You don't even understand how close Firmino and his family and Coutinho and his family are. I know it seems obvious because of the whole they're Brazilian. Their wives are best friends. Like their bond is mad. So I was always worried about Firmino when Coutinho left. I'm not even
saying we spoke about a lot actually. We spoke about that a lot actually.
Yeah, we did at the time. Yeah, remember Moreno? Yeah. I feel like Moreno sticking around helped because that was the other one in their trio. Remember, those are the three that used to hang out.
Cal, I'm gonna be real. No, Cal. Cal, I'm gonna be real. Behind the scenes, Moreno, I'm gonna be real. He was very close to all the Brazil. When I say very close. Like he was considered a Brazilian.
In particular, bro. It was Moreno, Coutinho, and Firmino. They used to hang out every day. Their families hung out. It was if Moreno and Coutinho left at the same time, it would have majorly affected Firmino outside of football.
Because remember, there was no Alisson and there was no Fabinho.
Alisson weren't there at the time. Remember, it would have affected him, brother.
It would have been peak, bro.
Yeah, well, less said about Moreno, the better, innit? A-Spec Limited. They lied to us. They're not using Moneyball. They're using Pocket Moneyball. If they were using Moneyball, they would get Haaland. His data is through the roof. Young. So come on, FSG, where's the Moneyball? That's a good point as well.
Plus, if you want to do Moneyball, you could shot Haaland for like 250 in a couple of years.
Yeah. Khalil says, where's the World 11 with one player per team and subs? We'll do that video one day. To be honest, we'll probably end up having to do that video in the summer if we don't do it before the end of the
Oh
season.
yeah, so someone asked us to do a Prem 11, but you could only have one player from one team, innit?
Yeah.
Remember?
Ooh, yeah, that'd be kind of mad still.
So we haven't forgotten about that, Khalil.
I'm on that.
Make sure I'm not only missing any super chats as I'm reading these messages. Aaron LFC, do you think Gareth and Trent have had a convo about him being left out of the squad? We're all happy he gets rest now, but do you think this will motivate him to step up for the rest of the season or miss out on the Euros? I'll be honest, if Trent misses out on the Euros, Gareth's got a lot to answer for, in my opinion.
For me, that's criminal. And I'll be honest with you,
there seems to be a bit of an agenda building up, because I heard the commentary team talking about, do England miss Trent with how great Reece James is at crossing? I was just like, this sounds like a bit of an agenda starting to build up here.
That's crazy. Look, I'll be real. And again, I speak from a selfish Liverpool fan. If he doesn't go to the Euros, I won't lose sleep because obviously he'll be getting a rest. But if he doesn't go to the Euros, it is criminal.
That's what I said. You could have words out my mouth. I said it already.
Criminal.
Of course it is.
Him wanting to represent his country, it will be an absolute
criminal.
Let's be real. Trent Alexander.
But Jesse Lingard gets in.
That got me mad, you know, bro. All he's done is played well for a month since he went West Ham, and he's straight back in the team.
This is what I was gonna say.
And he was terrible against San Marino.
Bro, this is what I was gonna say.
I didn't even watch the game.
He plays well for a month, as you said. He gets in. Trent has arguably a bad month for Liverpool, especially, and he don't get in. So what you're telling me is that you're basing it on form. You're not basing it on how good you think the player is in general. Because any player can go through a bad patch. They just can, innit? But let's not deny the fact. So from an offensive point of view, and let's be real, England need offensive weapons, because we haven't got, in my opinion, the way how Southgate plays, he's never going to play, for example, a Maddison, Grealish, and a Declan Rice midfield. He just hasn't even got the balls for it. He just hasn't. And that's not taking anything from Hender, but I'm just saying he would never do that whole, I'm just going to try and win this game. I'm going to try and play a bit different. I'm going to try and keep the ball. He would never do that. So you're going to look for your weapons elsewhere. One of those weapons is at right back. And I'm sorry, if you think Reece James offensively is better than Trent Alexander-Arnold, especially going by what they've done since they've come into the game, I'm sorry, you need to go watch. You need to go watch some film, like film.
Go watch
film, bro.
Eric Dyer made the England. Eric Dyer's nicking a living on another level, you know.
Yeah. I don't want to. Jay Sean has said, Matt, can you say something nice about Kabak?
No, I will. Kabak, from what I saw, had a very good game against Holland. I didn't watch the game, people, so I'll be honest with you. I saw the game. I saw the highlights. Sorry, he played well, albeit.
Leave it. Don't say the last sentence.
Okay. Kabak played well. Yeah. Kabak played well. He's improved since I spoke about him the first time ever. That's after the first game. He's improved. He's getting better. He's shown promise, and if he keeps this up, he potentially will have a Liverpool future. He will. That's me being real. If he keeps this up and that trajectory keeps going and going and going, then we're gonna have that conversation where I might have to sit there and go, well, boy, Kabak's doing a lot. I didn't think he had it in him, but he's doing all right. But does that mean I want him? That's another conversation. I'm just saying.
Imran, shout out to Imran. The shirt sales alone should cover any big player. Another fact there still. Gang and Deep, afternoon, guys. Heard Sevilla after both Shaq and Minamino for a combined fee of 25. Money should be used to fund Collector Car or Botman.
Is that it?
Which club, sorry?
Sevilla want Shaq and Minamino for a combined 25.
Minamino, what was that? Minamino 20 and Shaq 5?
No, but you want to know, in this market and how surplus to requirements they are in our squad, that's not the worst thing in the world.
No, we need more, bro. We need at least 30, at least.
Yeah, but you can't be greedy. You can't be greedy. Plus, we're getting a profit on Minamino, and we're getting our money back on Shaq, but he's 3 years older. That ain't the worst thing in the world, you know.
That ain't the
worst thing in the world. Honestly, that's not the worst thing in the world.
They're looking at it as 20 mil for Minamino and 5 for Shaq, because Shaq ain't even played, bro. That's how they're looking at it. I'm gonna be real. It's more on Minamino than it is Shaq, even though Shaq is the better player. It's because Shaq hasn't played. That's we don't want to see that.
That is low funds for me.
I got
Yeah,
to
but I
see
think
30.
you lot are getting too unrealistic with this, man. I think that
10 mil for Minamino, bro. You could do better.
we
than
only
that.
paid 7. Like,
No,
No,
but
I
it's
don't
not
care.
about what we paid, though, Drift. It's not about what we paid. It's about
no,
the
but
value.
what I'm saying is,
We
you
got
lot
him on the cheap.
in a
bro. We got him on the
pandemic
cheap.
for a player who didn't play well for us at all. How can you ask for more than 10?
Bro, he's done well at Southampton, so I don't even care.
Bruce
Southampton
went for
tax, innit?
25 mil. I'm not expecting Minamino to go for 25 mil because of the English tax. You can't tell me English tax is 15 mil there. Minamino's better than Bruce.
No, but you got to remember, you can't always find a club stupid enough to do that. Bournemouth, if Bournemouth come up, we can punk them.
Edwards can.
Edwards will find someone. That's why don't take that offer if you're Liverpool. Don't, because you can get better offers out there. You can. To say a combined package for the two of them, 25 mil? Come on, Drift. I know it's what it is. It sounds like decent money right now, but when we deep it and we start having to pay out for players that we actually want, we're gonna look back and think, "Oh my days, like, bro, I'm gonna be real." Like, and again, I know Taki. Like,
this
okay,
is
Taki
wanting to sell for more.
Taki ain't been outstanding, but he's done better than what he's done at Liverpool. Can't be like
Aldrin, before we bring on the next caller, so Aldrin says, guys, what roles at LFC would you man take? We'll keep it quick. That's a good question, though.
I would absolutely love being under 18s coach. From feeling involved and looking at the future and helping to thingy. But all this talk we do on here, I'm not even gonna lie, I'd love to be in the boardroom and just be like, you lot are smoking. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, I wanna
you need fans in the boardroom. You need fans in the boardroom.
Yeah, but where would we be in the boardroom?
I'm a nice guy, all right. I ain't letting them do the things.
All right, so who's JW Henry then? Who's JW Henry?
No, that's been a bit too unrealistic to say I want to be the owner. I think they mean like if you just work at Liverpool.
I'm just saying.
I'd love to be the owner, but of course.
No, because if you're the owner, when them things come in, you can just be like,
I want to be on a transfer committee. That's what I want to be on.
Yeah, I want to be in that boardroom.
Same. I gotta make some executive decisions, and I'm gonna be real, people. If you had me in the boardroom, we wouldn't be signing Kabak. We'll be getting Varane. I'm just saying it. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. I would have made that decision. I would have said, listen, look at Varane's contract. Look at the contract. Let's not splurge or whatever. Let's get him on loan. No matter how good he does, we're getting Varane. I'm just saying, with Liverpool,
I want to be the guy who rolls with Michael Edwards to do all the negotiating.
Just saying.
You don't roll with anyone, Drift. He's John Wick, bro.
He's on his one, fam.
Nah, you know this, above. You can't hand people off the balcony by yourself. He rolls his.
He can, bro. He can. He does, and he can, bro.
Nah.
Let's bring in the next caller. Jamal, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
How you doing,
man?
bro?
How you doing, bro?
Yeah. First thing, guys, about Musalowski. I'm telling you, that kid, he's not like the others, man. This guy's going straight to the top. I've been watching him for a long time, man. This guy is special. I'm telling you now.
By the way, your 2 minutes has started. Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say a few things, and then I'll get to my question. Yeah, first thing I have to say is, guys, I'm just looking at this stat. If we don't get Champions League football, I don't think our owners will give us any money. But I just now check. Everybody says when Man U finish in the European League, they got Pogba and Zlatan with no Champions League football. Guys, check this out. They actually get Angel Di Maria as well without Champions League football.
And Pogba.
Di Maria. And that was in 2014. And I think that was the summer Di Maria won it. So he, after fresh off a winning Champions League Real Madrid, he went Man U with no European football. So that's mad. And the next thing I want to say is, guys, I've been hearing we linked to Basuma, Koulibaly, Patson Daka. Like, these man forget African Cup of Nations is in January. We can't buy all these African man. I'm only here we're linked with a set of African man. Because, guys, if we buy Daka and we sell Shaqiri and Origi and Mane and Salah goes, who's playing up top? So that's a madness. Yeah, but my question is who has more abilities? Because I love these arguments with Matt and Carl. I love it. Neymar or Mane? And my next question, guys, is my next question is that Who you signed and you thought, oi, we packing the thing, we're getting the title done, and they flopped. Because for me, it was Joe Cole. For me, I know he had injuries, but when we buy Joe Cole, it's the hope that kills you. I really think the number 10 on his back, he was going to do an absolute madness for us.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, so I have them 2 questions, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Cool.
Cool.
Thank you,
and
Jamal.
guys,
Appreciate it.
One more thing, Musolowski. Remember that name. That kid is special. Peace, guys.
We will do.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamal. Now, appreciate it, bro.
Bro.
Take care, bro.
That one about the
first one.
And he did it.
What was the first question?
I can't remember what the first question was.
You sure? No.
I ain't getting involved.
No, Cal. Me and you going head to head right now. So who's got more money, Cal?
So I'm just gonna break it down.
Break it down as much as you want.
Heading is Mane, and tackling is Mane. Everything else is Neymar.
Oh, that quick?
Yeah.
No, Mane is quicker than Neymar.
No, but for me, that's I would you say that's ability? That's more of a physical trait.
Still an attribute, though, isn't it?
No, but ability and traits and attributes are slightly different, isn't it? In my opinion,
I think pace is an ability. As somebody could run 100 meters in nearly 10 seconds, I'm telling you, pace is an ability.
Yeah, I don't think it's an ability. I think it's a physical trait because that's like
the reason why everybody was scared of me was my pace. I can play that, bro.
No, but that's like height. That's like height and then stature and all that.
Well, I use my pace to my advantage. That was what made me a better footballer than
most people. I hear that. But
I'm being honest.
The whole ability thing's more down to technique, in my opinion. That's technical ability.
Because pace is something you're born with, I think it's an ability. You can't train pace. You either have it or you don't.
I will say this though, even though Mane is rapid, don't sleep on Neymar's pace either. I'm just saying.
Neymar's quick, but
Neymar's quick, but Mane. But I say, do you know what? Prime Mane, because I don't know about Mane right now looking a little. Yeah.
No, but even Neymar's losing pace. Neymar ain't
true.
But we know Neymar's got more natural ability. Like this.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We know. No. It's Neymar. It's Neymar. Would you say it's clear, Carl? Would you say like it's a debate? To see where your head's at still.
No, it's not a debate. I don't want to say clear because that's a bit disingenuous to Mane, but it's not a debate in my opinion, really.
Fair play.
He's solidly better.
That's fair. No, that is fair because I would say it's clear. I wouldn't like to say that to Mane personally because it's Mane, innit? But what happened to it? What did you see? Is it one of my aliases going mad?
Yeah, bro. He said, I might have pace, but you've got the Akinfenwa glutes.
Hey, my alias, you are the body. You man are the best, you know. I swear down. Enough love to you, man. Let me get my charger. One second. Let me get my charger.
Second question was which player did we think that was coming in to really take us up a level?
You know what? I feel like it's a bit unfair to name the guy I'm going to name because I don't think it was his fault. But I'll say Babel. When we got Babel and Torres in the same summer, I thought we were done. I thought that was it. Like honestly, I thought like that's it. We've conquered everything. We got Rafa at the helm.
Bro, we should have been clear.
Babel and Torres. I thought that was it, bro. I thought we were gonna wrap up the thing real.
I'm gonna be real. Babel was built up as the next, like, dare I say, Thierry Henry. Like he was, bro. And we should have been
off the
clear.
back of that under-21s. Do you remember how he ripped that tournament to pieces?
Bro, Babel was on smoke.
I thought we was honestly getting Henry 2.0, like I did. And you know what? In all fairness, if his head was screwed on, he could have been. Rafa did get in his way as well. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Rafa held him back a lot. From when Rafa said he hated the fact that he used to come in with his music playing loud through his headphones, it was like, Rafa, let the man be a human. Jesus. Is that man put him on the bench just because he was listening to hip hop, bro?
You don't want humans. You don't want humans.
Yeah, you don't.
You just have to accept it. Ganga Deep said, thoughts on UEFA scrapping FFP. This will hurt clubs. Us who operate under a buy to sell model. Chelsea, City will run right in the window. Yeah, we touched on that.
Without the FFP, Chelsea and City are going to take the piss more than you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, on that question, there's 3 players for me: Harry Kewell, Aquilani, and Lovren are the 3 players.
Who was the last one?
Harry Kewell, Aquilani, and
I think the Lovren, but not even just. I think the Lovren one's a bit disingenuous when you think about what he achieved, Cal. I think that's a bit disingenuous, bro.
We're talking about him as
he was a mainstay in the team for a long time, and he achieved a lot.
Drift. He was built up. And again, maybe this is Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers said we needed a leader. We needed someone to marshal our back line. He said we need, like, dare I say, I think he said, like, we need the kind of new Jamie Carragher. And let's be real, after that preseason game, every man was gassed. Because we thought, listen, we finally got someone. But you know what I said to Cal the other day, Drift? I said this year, I said, Lovren was always good at Southampton, but the only problem is that in Southampton, people forget that he was playing in a 4-2-3-1 and he was shielded by Wanyama and what's my man's name? What's his name? And Schneiderlin. So them man there, them man there played 2 6s. And that's not taking anything away from Lovren, but the way they played was not as expansive as us. So they weren't caught in many one-on-one isolations, whereas like for us, well, obviously we weren't playing as a high line, but he was caught out more in a 1v1, and that's where you kind of had to show your true colours. Not saying he was bad, but he just wasn't maybe as good as what Liverpool thought he was, because he wasn't seen in those situations.
Sorry to cut you. Someone in the comments just said the name. It's just straight fact. Markovic. I don't think anyone can argue with that.
I didn't expect
you're trying to deflect. I thought he'll be good, but not the save.
No. I'm not even deflecting. There's no way Lovren is in the top 5 disappointments. It's no way.
No, this wasn't disappointments. This was the one player you thought would come in and elevate.
Whatever it is, Lovren's not top 5 with any of those lists. Come on, man.
Bro.
Drift. I thought Lovren was going to come in and stabilize our whole back
line. So did I, bro.
I looked at his signing as what Van Dijk has done.
No, I didn't. I didn't go that far.
That's what Lovren was meant to be.
I kind of did. But if I'm being real, when I
say Sacco was bought to be a better addition than what Lovren was.
No, I'm
saying when we bought him, remember he was the PSG captain. He was supposed to be the future of France. He came with more hype than Lovren did.
Jeff, let's be real. Even though Lovren was bought to be the savior of Liverpool's defense. I'm not, but that's how he was built.
If you don't want to run with that, that's fine.
Remember, this isn't a disrespect to Lovren. This is just like how we.
So you're gonna say it was as big of a disappointment as Aquilani, Markovic, Joe Cole.
Drift, you're taking this wrong, bro.
No, even which way you want to look at it, you think that there was as much expectation on Lovren as there was on Van Dijk. You're not exaggerating, in my opinion.
But we never even thought about Van Dijk at that time, bro.
I'm saying that's the comparison that you're using. Now,
hear what I'm saying.
For defense, what Van Dijk came in.
But Jeff, hear what I'm saying. This is why Jamal made a good point. Because you see, when we got Joe Cole, I in my head thought Joe Cole's still good, but is he gonna like be the Joe Cole of Chelsea? And I have my doubts, but unfortunately didn't go to plan. You see, when we bought Harry Kewell, you see, like, when we got him,
Harry Kewell, that's another one. That's way.
Harry Kewell, we used to think like, bro, my man's gonna win us the league because he was that sick. And remember when Julio played him on the right hand side, when no one understood the whole inverted wingers at that time. And there was a big fuss about why is Harry Kewell playing on the right? When we bought Harry Kewell, I generally thought it's our time to win the thing, but it was injury. So he's another person that goes into that category. As well. Even Naby Keita goes into that category.
And in my opinion, without bias, I think these players are above Lovren if you're reeling off the list.
Again, Drift. I just want to be clear with this without spending too long on it.
It's just expectation. That's all it is.
Opinion, when Lovren came in, Lovren he cost us 20 million, which costs more than Sacco. He's coming off a season of his life at Southampton. We just had the 13-14 season where we were leaking goals and we lost Daniel Agger. We already had Sacco that no one was convinced about. Yeah. And this was meant to be the season. The 14-15 was meant to be the season where we kicked on from 13-14, even though we lost Suarez because we brought in a bag of man. Lovren was meant to be that guy that says, right, we sort out defense, Sturridge stays fit, and we go and win this league now.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but not on the level of like the expectation we had on Van Dijk when he came.
No. But remember, we never knew we even had Van Dijk. We're just saying at that time, Lovren for us was like, dare I say it, the be all end all in the sense of like, he was the guy that was going to straighten our defense. He was the guy, bro. Like just the number one guy that's going to come in and take us to a next level.
That you lot are saying. I don't think there was as much expectation on him as there was on Q.
Drift.
As there was on other players that were that.
Maybe not.
To name him in the list at the top, I think he's being liberty.
No, I never said he's number one. I just don't think he's in the list.
When we signed Van Dijk, what did you think we were signing Van Dijk for?
To be the missing piece to the puzzle.
So what do you think we were signing Lovren to be?
Not to be the missing piece, to just add to what we had because we lost Suarez, so we knew we had to replace Suarez.
No, but from a defensive point, because remember, we had Sacco, Drift. Remember,
Moreno came with as much expectation as Lovren.
No, we didn't.
Yes, he did. We needed the left back.
No, we needed one.
With Sevilla.
Drift. Can we agree that our defense was leaky as anything the season before we signed Lovren?
It was.
So what do you think we bought? We weren't buying Lovren just to be a part of it.
All right, listen, I'm not going to argue about it. If you think Lovren is in top 3 of disappointments, that's madness to me. But fair enough.
But the expectation was very high. I don't see it as a negative, you know. I just see it as the expectation was so high for him.
The question was, who did we sign that you thought was like you were gassed about and you thought was going to be amazing for Liverpool and didn't live up to it? And I think to put Lovren in the top 3 of that is mad.
It wasn't amazing. It was about taking us to the next level.
All right. Cool.
Do you know what I just said this? Because you missed it.
Taking us to the next level.
I just said, look,
to take us to the next level from where we were.
I just think the expectation was too high. That's what I said. I just said expectation was too high. That's what I said. And dare I say it, you know, it's my guy. Even Naby Keita. My expectation, again, like the hype of Naby Keita, like I thought he was gonna be like our savior for our midfield, so to speak, when we're thinking about creativity and maybe even dominating games. For me, even Naby Keita goes into that list, Drew. So it's not like I'm just. So it's not like I'm just saying. But it's not about above. I'm just talking about a list. I don't know who's number one because it's about who you perceive as that person. I'm just saying, them man there, Drew, they were supposed to change the game for us, bro.
All right, if you want to name him, then fine. I don't think Lovren should get into the top 3.
Bro, if I can say Naby, surely you can say Lovren. Like maybe the expectation was too high.
No, but Matt, we're not talking about name everybody in the whole history. We're doing
no, but I'm not saying that,
disappointments. Lovren as one of your top 3 disappointments. That's peak.
You keep on saying disappointment, bro. That's where it's like you're not really getting the gist of the question, bro.
All right, let's move on because we're not going to talk about.
Let's move, Carl. We move. We move.
El Hadj Diouf, Salif Diao out after the World Cup 2002. That they were as well.
That was more Julia gassing us up though. That we were buying some absolute donnies.
Diouf had me gassed. He bodied that World Cup. I was gassed off. Diouf.
He did, but you know what though? You know when we deep it, he had a great World Cup.
He had a couple of good games.
He had a good. But I'm gonna be real. You look back.
No, but you only play 7 games if you reach the final.
And they didn't reach the final.
Yeah, but what did they get to? The quarters. Senegal made the quarters that year, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I think Diouf bodied that World Cup personally.
I wouldn't say bodied. I would say it goes because bodied is like you dismantled the thing.
No, I remember he destroyed.
No, fam, he did.
Bodied is what Mbappe just did. But bodied is what Mbappe just did.
Yeah, fam. Agreed. That's body.
Salif. El Hadj Diouf batted up that World Cup.
I think he had a very good World Cup.
He batted up that World Cup.
That's fine because you said body. Body's like you body.
All right, technicalities. Jesus.
All right, but bro, we have to be clear, man.
Do you remember? Do you actually remember Diouf at that World Cup? Like, do you actually remember?
He had a good World Cup. I just don't think he was amazing. I thought he had a very good World Cup.
I was gassed over that signing. I'm not thinking about what he became. I was gassed over that signing. I was.
No, I was happy about it. I was happy
about the signing as well.
Yeah, same.
So that's more of a disappointment. I thought we was getting someone who's so good that that's gonna like anyway.
Bruv, he's not talking about disappointments, bruv. If it's disappointments, then Lovren's probably not even in the list. But I'm
not talking about disappointment. I'm talking about people who didn't live up to the hype. Whichever way you look at it, there's so many people above Lovren. So many people above.
Your opinion there is true. But the context that was given and what I've justified the argument with, that is for me what I expected Lovren to be. And that's
Jamal's
what we
example with Joe Cole, remember?
So no, but that was Jamal's. That was Jamal's.
Yes, but it was Jamal who asked the question. And if Jamal's going to use Joe Cole as an example, then I don't think Jamal necessarily means it had to be somebody who revolutionized the whole club. It's just I was really excited about this guy, and then I was disappointed.
He asked the question to take us to a new level.
Bro, he asked the question and said, from your guys' point of view, who was the guy that you saw as the guy that was going to take us to the next level? We've just named players. We don't have to all agree, you know, fam.
And see,
bro, we don't have to agree, you know, fam. It's just who you perceived as that guy who you thought was at this level, but they just didn't in it for whatever reason, whether it was expectation or, do you know, that's all it was, bro. It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep.
Kadir says, I didn't expect much from Aspas.
I'm not gonna lie, Aspas didn't. No, that he wasn't that signing, bro. Where man looked at the thing and thought, "Yay!"
Finn, shout out to Finn. Smash the sub for the lads. Road to 20k. We are almost at 20k. People, so smash the like and subscribe if you haven't already.
In that corner, you know.
Trust me. Next caller, Ids. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, bro.
What's it? Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Callum, you know when you wore that mask, yeah? I went out and then I came back here. I thought Aubameyang was on the stream. Yeah, I got my phone. Everything.
Only Liverpool around there. Only Liverpool around there. I'm gonna start your 2 minutes now, yeah, bro.
Yeah, cool. I want to talk about FSG and get your opinions. I am FSG out as it gets. Let me give you a stat. The last 6 years, so basically around the time Klopp first came in, United won the Europa League, FA Cup, and the Community Shield. United spent 90 mil on Pogba, 85 mil on Maguire, 80 mil Lukaku, 60 mil Di Maria, 50 mil Martial, 40 mil Fred, 50 mil Bruno, 35 mil Schneiderlin, 40 mil Matic, 35 Mkhitaryan. That's 10 players, half of them are flops, and the total cost is 520 million. Liverpool, within the last 6-7 years, we won the Prem, the Champions League, the Super Cup, the Club World Cup, also the Enter Champions League final. You get quite a bit of money there. And we can potentially win the Champions League this season. Our best 11, Alisson, Robertson, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, Mane, Salah, Jota. And I'll add KR. I'll add Firmino, I'll add Chamberlain, and I'll be, for the bants, I'll add Andy Carroll. Yeah, altogether, that's 500 mil on the dot. With 15 players, and we still spent 20 mil less than United. And United only had 10 players, and I calculated 15 Liverpool players. And that's me without mentioning Wan-Bissaka, Herrera, Van der Beek, Mata, Fellaini, Bailly, all cost between 30 to 40 mil. Like, FSG are taking the piss out of Liverpool Football Club. I stopped eating fish fingers here because it had the letters FSG in it. Yeah, I'm not lying. It's a joke. It's a joke. I swear I'm not even lying.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh, bro, you know what? You're getting the extra 30 seconds. I don't care. You're getting extra 30 seconds. You know what? As well, bro, just for that, yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm dropping the beat for that. That was legendary. Nah, man, I have to drop the beat for that.
Thanks, man. I'm just so passionate, and I don't like our owners one bit. Like, people say, "Oh yeah, he got us Klopp." We are Liverpool Football Club. We should always get the best manager in the market. I expect nothing less. And I hate it when people, my friends, you guys, people in the comment, my brother, saying, "Oh yeah, we should get Grealish," but FSG are not our owners. We should get Haaland, FSG are our owners. You know, And we're Liverpool Football Club, top 5 biggest clubs in the world. We should be linked with these players every summer. I'm tired of hearing that phrase. And I'm sorry for, being too over the top. I'm just so passionate and I haven't ate. Yeah,
No, bro, you went over the top, but that was amazing.
I think, it's not over the top at all.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. You smacked it, bro.
Thank you, man. I'm just, and we got
we're gonna need to chop up for a couple of minutes that list of players as well, because I can't even lie to you. Hearing that,
I'll send in the comments.
It sounds
it brings home what we already knew, and this is why
it's demoralizing.
I get that Man United don't like the fact that their board has no structure, and I completely understand that they get frustrated with that. Like I totally understand that. But I've always said to Man United fans, structure aside, which is important, you lot moan about spending still. And I don't get how any Man United fan can moan about spending. And it's just rolled off that list. And when you think about all of those players and how much money they spend, even if it's not done with any real planning, they still put bare peas back into the club. So when people think the Glazers are tight, how are we meant to feel?
Yeah.
How are we meant to feel?
We're gonna let you go, Idge, but that was an amazing call, bro.
Trust me, bro. Big up all you guys. Liverpool FC was built by Shanks. It's getting destroyed by the Yanks. You guys are.
Jeez, man, I got bars today. Man, I got bars.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Big up, bro. Big up, my bro. Enough love, man.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Very frustrating.
Bro, man, just hit the nail in the head. Oh, we got some feedback.
No, that was great stuff from Idge. Really was. Can't even argue with it.
Listen, before
Cal, we're getting a lot of feedback on your feed there, bro.
Before we get into it, Cal Neto's No, not you, Cal. Neto's Army. Right, Neto's Army, fam. Plug out your headset and plug it back in again, bro. Or turn down your device. Or turn down your device that you have in the background, bro.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Sounds better, way better.
I thought you were being directed by my man.
Cal, start the.
Yeah, I started you 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
Okay. That Idge guy, and he hit the nail on the coffin about FSG. But I also want to talk about Diogo Jota, the signing that we just made. I think he's been our best attacker this season. Weirdly, even though Salah's been banging goals in, and I just think maybe this season's a bit too late for him to start becoming an integral part of the first team. But next season, what do we do with him? Do we make him a starter, or do we keep him as a bench warmer? Because I can't lie to you, even though he's been out for 3 months, he has been way more impactful than Firmino and Mane. And also, I want to talk about what's it called? Kabak. I may have been wrong about that guy, man. He's proven me wrong. He's stepping up his game. And one more thing, attacking wise, I know people are saying this Haaland and Mbappe thing. These talks about just yes, but I want to talk about a guy that we haven't talked about that much on this show, Memphis Depay. He's what's it called? Contract is running down. He's a very, very top class striker, centre forward. He can play the Firmino role. I think we should go for that guy. Keep him there for a season, maybe 2-3 seasons, and then bring in Haaland. And then we can have an attack of Haaland or strikers Haaland, Firmino, and Depay, and we can get the Neto in. That's actually a very class strike force. What do you guys reckon?
All right, we'll chop into that now, bro. Now. Always a pleasure speaking to you, bro.
You guys too.
Take care, bro.
Take care, my bro.
You too, man.
So should we
Let's
start?
go back to the first.
Yeah.
Should we go back to my man first though? The previous caller. Sorry, my man.
LDZ. Chopping up the FSG.
You want to go back into the FSG stuff?
Yeah, because we have to go that far before we get into my man. If that makes, or just I'll start off with this. Yeah, in terms of the spending power. Do you know what it is? sometimes don't always look at the fees. Look at the quality you brought in. That's one thing I will say, because sometimes I do think, as fans, we get hung up on how much is spent, how much is not spent. However, if you look at Liverpool's average spending and Man United's average spending, you can just tell by looking at it that Man United are at least willing to take more of a risk. They're just willing to take more, and that's a fact, innit? Liverpool aren't willing to take that risk that Man United are. I think FSG do need to change their way of thinking, and if they don't, they're going to see that fan base split even more. And that's because I think Liverpool fans feel undervalued in terms of how much they are willing to take money out of their own pocket. They're not willing to do that. So I look at that and think, we are Liverpool. We should be on the same wavelength of Man United, but we're not. And I do generally think, unless we get other owners, things will stay the same, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, here's the major factor within all of that, bro. And this is the thing that winds me up more than anything. Is Man United for those 5 years, or no, 7 years even. If we want to run it all the way back to the Di Maria times, 7 years we're going back. They've been in the Champions League twice in that time. That means they've done that without the supposed draw and allure of the Champions League and the income that the Champions League brings with it. So whichever way you want to look at it, bro, I know they're a bigger financial powerhouse than us from revenue. I get that. But
yeah, they make more money, obviously. Yeah.
Bro, the fact that they haven't been in the Champions League for the majority of that time slowly even things out a bit, because we have been in the Champions League for a lot more. And we went further in the Champions League. So we gained 2 finals in a row. I think it was supposed to be something like 500 million alone for just 2 back-to-back Champions League.
I don't think it's that much. I don't think it's that much.
But
isn't it something like 220 or something like that?
No.
Or something mad like that.
No, nothing that crazy. I think maybe you may be looking at
whichever way you look at it. Maybe I am going a bit off, but whichever way you look at it, those 2 finals has recouped way more money than they would have in whatever seasons that they've been in Europe doing whatever they've been doing. So we should have started to balance itself out slowly. Winning the Premier League would have meant we'd have got a lot more money that season. So these things should start balancing themselves out, regardless of whether they make more natural income than us or merchandise and whatever the other stuff you want. So, to be honest with you, yeah, look, some people are saying, yeah, it's 200 mil if you win the Champions League. It's a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot. So,
200 mil.
If you win the champion, I'm telling you, it's a lot. So what I'm saying is, when you really deep the whole situation, you have to think to yourself, how have we been outspent by them so much? And Matt's right, the caliber of player matters more than the money spent. Maguire's not worth 80 mil, so you do have to think about it.
Not,
but when we're talking about FSG though, Matt, and we're talking about what we hope they can do, the money spending is what we're worried about, because it's the only way to get the people we want to get. So Man United can't be outspending us to that level, and we're supposed to be a team competing at the same level as them.
They kind of can though, because their revenue is mad.
No, but it is. But you know what it is? Man United are willing to take risks that we're not willing to take.
Based on all the things
they're willing to take risks.
Remember, we broke the record for money made in the season, right?
So here, the revenue thing in terms of what they can spend for what they bring in, I think is higher than ours. My issue with it is the main thing I take from that, because it's not the money that they spent. For me, the main issue is the debunking of the myth that you can't go out and get top class players if you don't qualify for Champions League, because we've seen other teams do it. Seen Chelsea went and got Kante when they went in the Champions League after he just won the league with Leicester City. We've seen, as the examples from Itse with Pogba, Lukaku without Champions League, Di Maria, all these players without Champions League, Martial, Falcao, all these players they've signed, they didn't have Champions League. That excuse for me is null and void now. Like, I genuinely don't want to hear that, oh, we ain't got Champions League, we can't get that player. You can, you just choosing not to. Unless they go and directly say or choose a direct competitor who is in the Champions League, then you can't say we can't draw players, because we can. We're Liverpool Football Club. We've had one bad season for how many years? We've got Klopp. We've got fans who are the best in the league. You can't sit there and tell me, oh no, because I've got no Champions League, we can't sign. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting us to sign bare top quality players, but you can't tell me you can't sign at least one of the top targets you've got. because other teams do it all the time. So for us to use that excuse, I think is very, very. It's an excuse. That's what it is. It's an excuse. Gangan Deep says, guys, Aspas take me back to the summer 13 when we were after Diego Costa and Mkhitaryan, but ended up getting Aspas and Luis Alberto from the exception our profile of players have been below par since FSG came in. That is
Bruv, do you know something as well? Didn't that summer we also got my man Victor Moses
and Ali Sissoko.
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing else.
Not just been happening recently.
That was off the back of years, bro. All right, we got Sturridge and Coutinho, but Barini as well.
No, Barini
was his first sign, innit? Barini was his first sign.
Barini and Allen, remember?
Imagine that Brendan Rodgers comes to Liverpool, yeah. He's at Swansea. Imagine this, yeah. See, hear the joke. Brendan Rodgers is at Swansea doing his thing. He's got his boys that he may trust. He gets to Liverpool, he's probably thinking, now I get to spend now with it. Man can go M&S and man can go flipping Waitrose and that. I can get the big thing. And he gets there and they say to him, yeah, we got to use some vouchers, bro. You're gonna have to go Lidl, fam. Like, I'm sorry. So he's gone, so am I going to have to go back for the same guys that I've had before and bring them with me? Because here's the joke. My man brought Fabio Barini and Joe Allen to Liverpool. Let that sink in. I
rated Joe Allen, but I get the premise of what you're saying.
No, so do I. But you get what I'm trying to say. He's gone to Liverpool and he's had to go, let me bring the man them that were with me. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Most managers, and I say most managers, unless that player is like world class and fully outstanding, you're not going to go back for your same players. You're just not. Unless they are all worldly. No disrespect to players that we've had in the past. They weren't all worldly.
Brendan actually did think that Joe Allen was
just stop it. Just don't do that. Don't. I'm not having that today.
Bruv, he called him the Welsh Xavi.
I don't care.
He thought he was all worldly, bro.
And why did he say that? Why?
Because he believed it, bro.
I just remember we got Ricky Lambert when we lost Suarez.
We got Ricky Lambert and Balotelli when we lost Suarez.
Ahmed, thank you for that reminder, bro. I didn't want it, but yeah.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Onto Cal's Neto Arby's point.
So Jota, I think as things stand right now, Jota is integral and has to be a starter. Whether it be for Mane or Firmino, one of them two's got to sit on the bench.
Apparently Firmino's actually injured.
Still.
Mm.
But
I mean, maybe
way,
he'll be fit by the time international break's over. But apparently still.
But either way, anyway. he's got to be. But even if Mane and Firmino are both fit, they've still got.
Yeah, I agree.
He's still got to play. And then the second point we had was about Kabak saying, we're kind of all on this by saying we'll see how the rest of the season goes with Kabak.
Yeah.
And then Depay.
You don't know. I've bought for 5 million, especially. I'll take Depay. I know people don't like that he used to play for United, but we can't always get caught up on that stuff. We can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, the problem with Depay is, I know he's got good stats in terms of finishing, but is he going to be that difference maker for us?
But he can play, maybe not as flexible as Neto, but he can still play across the front though. So he can still fill in other positions.
But this is my point, Audrey. If we've got these players already, you can fill in. I just want a specialist now.
Depay becomes the squad player then. He's so Shaqiri and you bring Depay in. That's great.
Fair enough. Going to bring the next caller.
And if people thought about the whole who they used to play for, then De Bruyne wouldn't play for Man City because he's a Liverpool fan. You can't really think about that stuff.
Yeah. Chow 977, can you hear us?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, bro. You were going to start your 2 minutes now, yeah?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So basically, in terms of what you said with the players that you thought didn't make it at Liverpool that you thought you would, did you forget about? I think you guys forgot about Yari Littman
I think Liverpool did well for us, bro.
Yeah, and plus I didn't expect him to come in and take us to a new level. I expected him to come in and be a good addition to the squad.
No, but I thought when we signed him, I thought he would like we were in the league. We signed him.
I'm not gonna lie, you're right in terms of the gas. I was so gassed. He was such a talented footballer. It was mad. He was. But I still think he did very well for us, though. Remember what? Was it the Champions League when he got the winning goal in the quarterfinal? I think as well.
No, I think he helped us get through the group stages.
Was it the group? I remember he did well for us in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like imagine if we got the Ajax limiting, like we could have won the league.
Yeah, definitely.
He was old when we got him, though. Remember, it's a bit of a swan song, isn't it?
Yeah.
And my second question is, what country do you think makes the best talented players? Brazil or France?
Ooh.
Right now it's France.
Right now, France. France.
But if you talk about history, it's
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
I think if you look at the top 5 footballers to ever do it, at least 2 or 3 of them are Brazilian.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you look at France's squad, they've got Mbappe, Aouar, Dembele, Kante, Pogba.
France right now. Portugal also producing top quality.
They got a little conveyor belt going on still. I can't remember front they have.
Yeah. It's quite unfair when you look at how many players France have actually produced in the last, say, 5 or 6 years.
But disclaimer, I'm gonna be real, and in fact, I don't want to bring this into it, but I'll say this before I say my last thing. With France, how many players are actually born in France?
Oh, you want to go on a technicality now, do you?
I'm just saying, Drift. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
I'm just saying, my brother.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Keep in the stress.
Shao, we're gonna have to let you go, bro.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
No, thank you very much. Pleasure's ours.
I definitely think
thank you, bro.
I do. And even if you want to go on the little technicality that Matt wants to use now but wouldn't use yesterday, Brazilians obviously are Brazilians, whereas you're right. In France, we have to be honest, a lot of it is the citizenship thing, and they are always Congolese, Nigerian, and
Algerian. I'm just saying, just in general.
I get your point.
There's a lot of them that are from Africa and they come and let's not. I'm not taking off. I'm just saying though, when you deep it, whereas with the Brazilians, I think a lot of them you would arguably say even for example, there's no debate with R9 and Ronaldinho. They were born in Brazil. Whereas if I said to you Zidane, I think Zidane's Algerian, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And again.
I need to pop to the loo again, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
You're right, bro. You're right. And again, it's not to take anything away from the French achievements, but you do have to factor it in, I guess, if you're going to think about people who are born in other countries, but then obviously just live in France, so they've got citizenship and then they can represent France. I mean, you know what?
For real.
I guess maybe same can be a little bit said for England. If you look at the England team at the moment, there's a lot of diversity where there's a lot of there's similar situations, I guess.
Funny you say that because, for example, imagine if Raheem Sterling, for example, chose Jamaica. Yeah? Even Daniel Sturridge, potentially, actually no, because Daniel Sturridge was born here, but obviously Sterling was born in Jamaica, innit? So that's different. But when it comes to heritage, though, it is a bit of it's a tricky one because, let me be real. You see, Algerians, yeah? Riyad Mahrez for me is so underrated. One of the most techiest ballers in the Premier League by far. Zidane could have potentially been playing for Algeria, as we said before. So it's one of them ones where you got to have that conversation. But that's not taking anything away from my man. So it is what it is, man.
It will get peaked.
I just think when it comes to internationals,
if you went into it too much, it would.
Yeah, of course it would.
So it's one of them.
Yeah, definitely. What's this? Someone saying, "Oh, I didn't even know this." So Grealish and Declan Rice are originally Irish. I didn't know this.
There you go.
I didn't know to all people. I didn't know. This is what I'm saying, man. It says a lot. SG, Cal's on a mad one today. Listen, he's doing his thing, man. Sterling born in Jamaica. As I said before, Sterling is born in Jamaica. He's as English as anyone. You've got a point there. And again, I think, listen, when you've got that diversity, it's up to you to choose who you want to play for, which nationality you want to represent. It is up to the player at the end of the day. It gives players options. I think someone's recently changed as well. Is it Michail Antonio Drift, I think? Has he recently... has he recently...
I think he chose Nigeria, innit?
Yeah. Or was it Jamaica?
Oh, no, sorry, Jamaica. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, Jamaica.
Jamaica, innit? It's Jamaica, innit?
Yeah, he chose Jamaica. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know how.
And again, no, calm. I know what you meant though. He's still changing into, so it was a big
actually,
thing, so
you know,
that says a lot.
Let's just keep. We all keep it a $1.50 here. I just saw the biggest spider in the corner of my eye and had to deal with it. There's no way I could let that go. So
man gave me a choke slam from hell. Mum was like,
I'm gonna bring on the next call. I've got an arachnophobia that had to get dealt with immediately.
Bro, when it comes to spiders and them thing there, I mean, I can deal with them. No, but it depends how big it is. I've seen ones in America that are like big as my hand. Yeah, it's peak.
Yeah, so did I, and I stopped ironing the clothes, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna go like this, boys.
LFC for days. Can you hear us? LFC for days.
You there, bro?
Oh, we're gonna have to let you go, bro. We're gonna bring in the next caller. I just want to just debunk a myth here. I ain't got a weak bladder. I'm just drinking bare water. He
is. For real. He told me what.
I got a weak bladder out here. Conroy, can you hear us?
Yeah, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, bro.
What's going on, Conroy?
I'll put your phones on now. Sorry, guys. I'm had to be called free today. Again, you've got to be rapid to get in. No, what it was is actually, genuinely, guys, I was going to get a missing out. I was asleep on the couch. When I came from my work, I was like, it's 20 past 8, because I knew it was starting at 10 past 7. So I was like, I'll just miss it. And then when you were chatting, I was like, nah, I need to bring something up. I was watching something earlier, and I was like, it was too good not to mention. It's too good. So it was, I don't know if you saw TalkSport earlier today, or yesterday, it was Charlie Austin, and he was talking about, it was England team, and he was talking about how Patrick Bamford never got in the team, and certain players have. There's probably notorious examples of that throughout the year. I'm not just specifically saying Bamford, but I thought Austin was brilliant, and it's not a coincidence that Charlie Austin never came through like the established academies, like I watched an interview. He was at Swindon, very much just a striker, if you know what I mean. Just like simplifies it, just wants to score goals, you know, not and he's obviously went from strength to strength, like played in the Premier League, got a lot of money. But the question he said is it's just down to football snobbery. And I do believe that some faces don't fit, and I think it's clearly obvious. And when people try to say it's not, I think it's baffling. Like, see the Lingard thing you said earlier, right? I agree with Lingard because it's only been a month. However, that's from a Scottish perspective. That England never do that. You always pick people who are not in form. You always pick. See Harvey Barnes. If Harvey Barnes scored 20 goals this season, he probably still wouldn't go to the Euros. That's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing. I do think but I get the Lingard point with Trent. You said earlier. I do agree with that. I just think that how can Patrick Bamford playing for Leeds? Now, see the team you play for. It has to come into it. Danny Ings scored 20 goals for Southampton last year. I don't care. Like, surely if you play for a better team, it's easier to score that many goals, especially if you're a striker. He scored 14 goals. I think there's Scotland have had a bit of that in the past, about favouritism and snobbery. And what Charlie Austin's point is, if you play for a top 6 or a top 8 team and have an average or a good season, you get in. Whereas he scored 18 goals for QPR, who are second bottom, 4th top goal scorer behind Aguero. I can't remember the list, but it was like he was 4th top goal scorer, not English, 4th top goal scorer that season in the Premier League, and he never even got a cap. He never even got on the pitch. and he actually indicated that he got picked because the under-21 championship was on. So therefore, him and Jamie Vardy only really got in at that time because there was no other options for English strikers, if you know what I mean, and kind of forced their hand. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that, guys. I thought it was too good a subject not to mention, and that was really it. I know it's only my 2 minutes is probably done there. I went a bit on, but
no, you got a couple of seconds left. You almost got the meme from Matt.
The other one was I just wanted to say a topic I think you should definitely chat about in the future, guys. Is you always mention natural talent, right? And I think that topic in itself is a very interesting topic when you go into it, because what actually is that? Not enough time today, understand that, but I just wanted to say I think that would be a good shout.
We can do that.
And the last one, this is it, was see how you said pace earlier? Now, I'd usually agree that's not attribute, but I changed my opinion on this about a year ago when I listened to Andy Robertson is Scottish genetics. We're not obviously notorious for being whippets and rapid and stuff like that, but Andy Robertson isn't necessarily naturally fast, but he's worked on that for years. So I watched the interview that he used to stay behind, and instead of, it's maybe not 100 meters drift, but it's maybe like so to say maybe 50 yards, just build it up after on a park. So that's how he can just bomb forward constantly. And he's worked at that over years, and that's how he's got that ability now. So I would say that could be interesting, because it's like he's not necessarily naturally fast. He's built that up. So I just thought that was an interesting take as well, guys. But
no. I mean, to be honest, you're 100% right. You can always work on something and improve on it. But the thing is, it was still within him to be as quick as he became. He just worked on it. So that's what I mean when I say you can't create pace. Like, it's either you have it or you don't. You get what I mean? Like, there are people who are just built to be quick, and you can get better at it by training. But there's some people, it doesn't matter how much they train, they just won't get quicker.
Yeah.
Like, you
like
genetically...
stamina with Robertson. You could say stamina. No, but I agree with that, mate. You're absolutely right. But see, when I watch Robertson, I don't think like he's got an engine like Kante, if you know what I mean. I'd say Kante, you could argue that that's just out of this world. Where I think Andy Robertson has just worked at that, and that's why his stamina is so good. I feel like proves like you could argue why are not all fullbacks like Robertson. Maybe I'm wrong, mate. Maybe it's just genetics. But if that was the case, he's never tired. How is that possible? Like 90 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Kante never tired. I've never seen Kante. Do you know what? Actually, tell a lie. The only time I've seen Kante look out of sorts was in the World Cup, and that's when he was ill. Though we know when he got taken off because he was ill. If I'm not mistaken, it was in the World Cup. He had the stomach bug. That's the only time I've ever seen Kante like look either tired or whatever, look out of sorts. Imagine that it took a stomach bug for him to come off the pitch. Other than that, I can't remember a game where we've actually looked at a game and gone, well, Kante's looking leggy. Like, you know how we might say Wijnaldum, or Thiago, even Henderson. There's times in a season where you go, oh, they're looking a bit leggy. Chelsea fans could probably say to you, they'll say to you, Kante's always fit. He just always plays. He's there. It's mad.
Amazing.
It's mad.
I'll go there now, guys.
Because they're going to...
Conrad, I might have to drop the thing, Conrad. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds.
I'm leaving. See you later, guys.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
He just got ahead of the curve.
Yeah, he just missed it. Do you know what? I'll be honest. What Conroy just said about England is so true.
It's mad.
That's what holds England back.
Les Ferdinand and Ian Wright, it is criminal how many caps they have.
All right, here's the thing though with those
Andy
two.
Cole.
No, hear me out. No, Andy Cole, that's
Robbie
No, but
I know.
He has.
Hear me out though. That crop right there, they all came through at the same time. That
era
mad.
Was a write-off.
I get that, but favouritism is still wide open. But I think Robbie Fowler's only got like 23 England caps.
No, I hear that, but remember,
Robbie
as you just said, bro,
that era was a write-off.
Hear it though, just again. Here's the list you just said. At that same time, you had Shearer, Sheringham, Fowler, Wright, Cole, Ferdinand, Collymore. That is 7 men straight away, bro, who are all top quality.
No, I do hear that, and I get you've got to think about combinations and stuff, but Teddy Sheringham should be at the bottom of that list. There's no way Teddy Sheringham, who's probably got quadruple Fowler's caps, there's no way, bro. No way.
Sutton was another man. Then
There's
Owen
no
come
I
true.
shouldn't live in any world where Teddy
Sutton can never talk to Fowler. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying he could talk to him.
No,
but I'm saying,
yeah. What you're saying. But he can't.
As a country, England have never had that amount of great strikers.
Do you know what it is? Dare I say it? And I don't want to.
It's like how it is with right backs now.
Joe, I don't want to make it.
Got more caps than Ian Wright. Get out of here. I'm sorry,
you know, guys. I don't want to make it into a thing. But you see, England, especially back then, they had a specific style of playing football and characteristics that they wanted from their strikers. Now, Teddy Sheringham, Sutton, them man there that you just said, yeah, they cannot speak to Andy Cole and Robbie Fowler. They just can't. Teddy Sheringham may have had very good link-up play, and I understand that. Maybe you pick him as an option. But when you want to score goals, you want to bang goals. Ian Wright, Fowler, and who was the other one that I would say that had a very, very... So Ian Wright, Fowler, who's another one who you would say should have been shoehorned like immediately. Andy Cole, sorry.
Yeah, Cole.
See them man, you see them man there? Them man there should have hardly ever not played. And I get it, it's rotation. I do understand that. But there would have been tournaments where one person was in form, one person was out of form, one person may have had an injury. But I'm sorry, if you're England, you should be looking back at that thinking, yeah, we brought certain man like Sutton and their man there and Sheringham. They are good players. But to say they were better than the players I just mentioned, you're out of your mind.
Yes. Yeah,
and again, even if it's a couple of aspects that they're better at, maybe their hold-up play. And let's be real, Teddy Sheringham as a second striker was very, very good. But as a pure number 9, if you can sit there and say Sheringham is a better pure number 9 than any one of those 3, you don't watch football. You don't.
But just before you read that super chat, even though I do rate Teddy Sheringham, I don't think Sheringham was crap. I still believe that Robbie Fowler could have done what you asked Sheringham to do, but he would have also added that goal.
Fowler is the best natural finisher England has ever seen.
Good enough excuse, bro.
Fowler is the best natural finisher that England has ever seen.
It should have been either Andy Cole and Shearer, or Fowler and Shearer, or Wright and Shearer.
Fowler the best finisher. Fact. It's no cap. Fowler the best finisher. Easy.
Kirong says, Cal looking like a prime Booker T out here. Now can you dig it? Sucker!
Can you dig it? Sucker!
I wish my body would allow me to do a spinneroonie, boy.
As long as you don't imitate him during that Hulk Hogan interview, we're all good.
Bro, the big slip up. Is that Hulk Hogan? Let me tell you something about you.
Let me tell you something about you.
And bro, you know how bad it was? They tried to console him. You see when you can tell when his song's gone wrong, and they're trying to console man. And Booker T was standing there like, "No, I've really messed up."
That was a Booker T. Just come off the
road.
At
that moment, he said,
Booker T from the end.
Bro, at that moment,
he muted himself and he pulled it back.
I'm not getting paid. At that moment, he was like, Vince ain't paying me this month. I'm screwed. I'm not getting paid.
Promo. Promo for Super Chat earlier said. What have you seen? Give me one sec. Give me one sec.
I don't know what the interview, bro. The interview was like, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
Bro, man's like this, you know, for the rest of the interview. He's thinking I'm getting my P45 from. He's done now.
For real.
Him on the Hulk Hogan had to hash it out, boy, or just talk about like.
He was like, I've just got to hand in my black card. It's that simple.
100. Promo with a super chat. Lovren has drifty nudes. Done out from earlier. Saswat, the super chat didn't come through, so just send it to us as a normal message, please. Kadir is saying Letitia should have had more caps. Facts. Letitia is another one.
Letitia.
You can't name me 5 more gifted midfielders England had than Matt Letitia.
Baller.
Man. Next caller, man like Rams.
What are you saying, lads? How you guys
Rams
doing? How you guys doing?
Not too bad. What are you saying? Ram's got a new light, got a new headset. All right,
Yeah,
we see
yeah,
you, man.
Yo, but firstly, Drifty. I have a bone to pick with you, Drifty, bro.
I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, though, Rams.
I knew it would be me.
I got a lot to say. I'll be quick. Drifty, you
go.
can't put Fernando Torres at left wing. You can't do it. You just can't do
I
it.
think the rolling forward, Ram.
Nah, you can't do it, bro. You can't do it. But firstly, the first thing I want to say, yeah, on the Coutinho thing, I personally think we shouldn't go back and get him because I feel like there's so many other options out there in the world that we can get. Like you can get, your Callum's gonna kill me. It's a bit.
I know it's coming.
It's a bit Daddy Olmo, or maybe even the kid from Roma, Zaniolo. He looks pretty decent as well. I mean, there's so many options. There's so many options. We can go and get him. You know what I mean? But just on the whole, you were talking about France's like the conveyor belt of players. You need to remember when Germany won their World Cup, they had a load of players that were from Turkey. You know what I mean? Like Gundogan, Özil.
Yeah.
They had.
Facts.
That is for sure. And one more thing, it was the question about which player was to elevate us to the next level. Personally, for me, I was still quite young back then, but I personally thought Morientes was going to be that guy.
That's a
You know what I
shout.
mean? Because Morientes, like my uncles were telling me, Morientes, Real Madrid Champions League winner. He was top goal scorer in the Champions League in 03-04.
Yeah.
And plus, and this goes on to my question for you guys. Which player do you think you would wish to have had out at Liverpool, and they were so close to signing for us? So at the same time, apparently a young David Villa was going to sign for us. And think about it. Think Stevie, Alonso, Garcia. Bro.
I give you another name. David Silva. You know.
Yeah.
You see, David Silva and David Villa. Apparently, Rafa Benitez had basically spoke to both players. He spoke to both of them apparently, and fees were agreed. Well, not fees were agreed, but he basically said like, "This is what it's going to take." He went back to the board.
Hicks and Gillette
were like, "No," they were like, "There's too much money." David Silva.
I'll double you down on that as well. Aguero. Benitez wanted Aguero as well.
He did.
I don't think it was as much. I don't think it was as close as what it was for Villa and
It wasn't as close, but if they backed him, Liverpool would have got Aguero.
Another player. I got two more players. Obviously, I'm going to say Nabil Fekir. I'm just going to say it, and I'll
that's understandable.
Dani Alves.
Oh, bro, they want. Hear the joke.
That was
they wanted 12. Bro. They wanted 12 mil. 12.
And that was the position that we needed. It was that right back position because we got Aurelio at left back. That Brazilian combination, bro. The Brazilian brothers.
That was the player.
They wanted 12. We offered 8 with add-ons, rising to 10, and we said no more.
Yeah, I got 2 more for you: Rivaldo and Samal.
Rivaldo at the time wasn't at his peak, was he?
But he wasn't at his peak, but I don't care how old Rivaldo was. I saw a video of him the other day, and he's still doing it.
Hear the joke with Samal. We agreed the fee.
Yeah.
Samal had agreed. Like Liverpool agreed the fee to Benfica. Then hear the joke. They actually turned around and said, "Listen, you can have him." Samal went to board on the plane, apparently to come to Liverpool. They saw the riot and said, "You got no deal." So the deal was agreed in principle. Then when they saw the riot, they said, "We're not doing this no more." I'm sorry. What?
Sorry. Yes, is this correct? Rick Parry refused to pay an extra 2 mil they wanted for Aguero. Don't tell me that's true.
No.
Bro, I told you we was so close to getting Aguero, bro.
Please, no.
$2 million.
Oh man, no, that can't be true. That can't be true.
No, I'm telling you, look, it's real, man.
Nah, man, 2 mil.
Them man are coming more frauds than FSG. You know, man wouldn't pay 2 mil for.
Oh no, Hicks and Gillette, they were way worse than FSG.
Nah, they were.
There's not even a comparison there. I'm not gonna lie.
If you want to go even further, this is like my uncle's time. Yeah, Loudrop. And that was one of the reasons why we dropped off, because we didn't focus on the future, and he was only about 20 years old.
Which one, Brian or Mike?
Brian.
Michael.
Oh, was it Michael?
The better one.
Oh, Michael Loudrop.
I was gonna say, it depended which one it was. Yeah, if it was Michael, peak. We've missed the trip a lot. I can't believe that they bottled the Samal deal because people rioted outside the stadium. That's a mad,
bro.
Yo, appreciate it, lads. Appreciate it.
No one what's the meme? No, what's the meme?
Don't want it. See you guys later,
my bro. Take it easy, my bro.
Michael Loudrop. Imagine if we'd have pulled that one off, bro.
I know.
No, you know, Rivaldo one hurt me just on a pure nostalgic. Just to see Rivaldo in a Liverpool.
Of course.
Yeah.
The only reason I said what I said about Rivaldo is because I look at it as an older guy now, and
he was older
at the time. Was he worth him getting? In the overall picture,
to get a little bit of juice out of Hullet and them man there, and they were like the same age, isn't it?
But you could argue Chelsea at that time, they did it and it didn't work out in any way for them, innit?
Bro, Rivaldo and Gerrard in the same midfield works for me no matter who is what age, bro.
Oh, you're doing it, Drift, man.
No matter who's at what age, because I'm not joking. I saw a video of Rivaldo last year ramping and like messing around with some bloggers, and he still got it at like 50 years old. I'm not exaggerating. He still got it. So, you know what I'm saying?
All right, our last caller of the evening, people, before we wrap up. Mustafa, can you hear us? Mustafa?
Mustafa, you there?
Mustafa, you've waited a while to get on as well, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, show me something. Mustafa? Oh, Mustafa, don't do this.
Unmute. What you saying, bro?
Hello?
Mustafa, can you hear us?
Yes,
we hear
you.
We can hear you. Yeah.
So I just wanted to say, notice how much better Firmino looks when he actually has somebody to drop behind him, and he doesn't have to drop as back anymore. So notice on the 17-18 season, he had Coutinho behind him already creating chances, so he didn't even have to go back regardless. And even the Crystal Palace game,
I'm just starting your 2 minutes now, so let's cut you. Just starting your 2 minutes now.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so, and then notice how this season, when you have Minamino dropping back and doing the dirty work versus Palace, you see how well he did there as well. So I just think that if we bring in a 10, then really it can take us to another level. Firmino's level of finishing is really not bad. It's just he's more focused on going to the halfway line, trying to get the ball back than to actually try to score a goal. So I think that's one thing that we have been struggling with this season. So, and also I heard that Haaland is supposed to be 180 million that's what Dortmund said. 180 million is what they want for Haaland. So would you guys still pay that, or would you go for somebody like Marlon, who's up and coming, or still pay 180?
Yeah.
Listen,
what you said about Firmino is a very good point, though, because I mean, I think you've even alluded to. So I pause your time while I'm talking. You've even alluded to this as well, Drift. When he's at Brazil, he seems to flourish more as well.
Yeah,
because obviously they've got Coutinho, Neymar,
so much creativity behind him, innit?
I mean,
he comes searching for the ball too much. He comes searching for the ball too much.
Yeah, I got Mustafa. Sorry,
I agree. And I also want to say, what defender would you guys bring in this summer? Like, would you guys go all out for Varane, Koulibaly, Delic maybe? Apparently might be up for the market as well. So, which defender would you guys go for?
Cool.
Okay.
Cool, man. Thank you, Mustafa.
Thank you very much. Thanks for waiting as well. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, you waited a long time, man. Appreciate it, man.
Big up.
Take care, bro.
I'm still on the Koulibaly train. I I agree with you. Like, I'd get Varane over Koulibaly based on age, but I feel like Koulibaly's a better leader, which is something we have to think about in case Van Dijk isn't the same guy, or he gets the injuries or whatever. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. The real person I want to partner Van Dijk is Soyuncu. And I don't want to get caught up in technicalities or whatnot. I just feel like his attributes with Van Dijk's attributes would be amazing. And I think he's a big enough leader that if Van Dijk wasn't there, you could still get Kabak, Gomez and the likes to be able to look to him for some leadership. And he could still get the team through games. So Soyuncu's the guy I would actually pick.
That's absolutely fair enough. For me, it's Varane. And again, I'll just be clear. I rate Soyuncu, and again, you man know as well. I was talking about Soyuncu before Leicester signed him. But for me, Varane would be the one I'd want.
For me, right now, I think I've made it clear as well. It would be Rafa Varane. I'm not against Soyuncu either. I know we had like our debates and whatever, and talking about who's better out of Varane and Soyuncu. It's not about that. It's about who would you rather pair right now with Virgil van Dijk. If I had the choice, it would be Varane, but I would not say no to Soyuncu if we was to sign him. And dare I say it, I wouldn't even say no to Botman either. I think Botman's up and coming. I don't think he's at their other two's level. I don't think Botman's better than Soyuncu or Varane. I was just putting that clearly. But I think he's an up-and-coming centre-back. Now, some people are going to say, no, but Matt, look at Kabak. He's not a coming centre-back. And I hear you. Kabak is. But again, this is just me. I've got nothing against Kabak. Kabak could still be that guy. But I just look at Botman's game and maybe I feel like in the Prem, maybe he's better suited to the Prem. But I could be wrong. Botman could be an absolute flop for all I know. He could come to the Prem and be dead. So, but for me, it's still Varane. Varane's number one. Varane's number one for me.
Cool. All right. Just
special mention to Fofana, because I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Fofana before Leicester got him from when he was at flipping St Etienne, because I said Arsenal got the wrong centre back. They should have got my man.
Yeah, I remember.
Fofana, listen, you see Fofana, bro, he's a talent. He's a talent, bro.
All right. Last two chats that we've received. So Saswat says, guys, our owners are the 14th richest with not many investors as other owners. The thing is, we cannot take the club forward with FSP scrapped, even if they tried. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they are. I'm asking. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to say I know the answer. I don't actually know if they're the 14th richest owners in the Premiership. From what I know, I don't think they are.
I'm not too sure.
Liverpool having the 14th richest owners in the Premiership still feels bad. It's not. I know they're rich, but it still feels a bit bad to have 13 clubs that have got richer owners than us. And
yeah, I don't know, but but I agree with this. If that's correct, and again, we always say, I don't know, use your money wisely, but then there are times where you just got to flex. You just have to flex. You just got to flex, bro. Just flex every now and again.
Yeah. Aldrin says, didn't Rafa turn down CR7 because he was too young? No. Everyone just got blown out of the water. Man United just came with a stupidly high bid.
Agent fees as well, and his wages. And if I'm not mistaken, you've got that confused. That was under Gerard Houllier.
Yes. No, was it?
Not under Rafa Benitez. Yes, under Gerard Houllier. Under Rafa Benitez, under Gerard Houllier.
Right. Yeah, you are right. You are right.
I mean, I actually heard that it was Arsene Wenger that came the closest to beating Ferguson for him, and it wasn't anyone else. But
bro, we were in the running.
Arsenal and
we were in the running, but apparently his wages were going to and apparently his wages were going to upset the dressing room. Phil Thompson was the one that got first wind of him, brought it back to Joe Houllier. Joe Houllier said, listen, can we do this thing to the owners? The owner said no. But it was under Joe Houllier, not Rafa Benitez. Yeah.
Gangan Deep. Arsenal beat us to Sanchez 35 mil. I'm done.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Gangan Deep's not playing. Gangan Deep has come with facts upon facts upon facts tonight.
But you know what? How they span that is that Sanchez, it was the allure of London that spanned Sanchez. That's how they told us, isn't it?
Yeah.
But London ain't all it's cracked up to be, you know.
Yeah,
if you like watching your back, it's the place to be.
What's your back, you know?
I just thought we go then. So we're gonna be back obviously on Monday. Never
your house about looking left and right. You haven't, bro.
That is so true, bro. I'm not gonna.
Never left your house without looking left.
Yeah, no, you're right, bro.
And
you know how many times I've jumped up to fight the postman, bro? Because I just saw someone at the door. I was just looking through my window, saw someone walking up to the door, but they didn't have their postman or uniform. Come close a few times, bro.
Bro,
get the kid up to bed, but yeah, no, I do love London, but yeah, you got to be on your P's and Q's in London. You have to be.
Trust me, trust.
All right then, guys. So we're going to be back on Monday. Before we go, obviously, shout outs to a few people. So we had James Redmond in the chat. Shout out to Big Six Bants, Saint LFC TV, Dave LFC chats, the Day Trippers from Grizz. You mentioned some stuff to us about Dakar and all that. Most importantly, thank you to you guys. You always stick with us, always help us, give us words of encouragement, tell us off when we're in the wrong if you think we're in the wrong, give us the banter, the callers, to everyone who called in tonight. Thank you so much. Hope you guys like the new layout of the 2 minutes and all that. We managed to get more callers than we normally get in as well. So yes, massive thank you to you guys. And yeah, just smash the like, comment if you haven't already. And also subscribe if you haven't already. As we've said, we're close to 20K. Really want to get there ASAP so we can do some more big things as a channel for you guys. But yes.
By the way, we're going to talk about the kits on Monday.
Yes, we are. Sorry, yes. Apologies.
And if you haven't seen it already, people, check out our Twitter. There's something on our Twitter just asking you guys what you think of it. Is it a dub or an L? But obviously, we're going to elaborate that as you said on Monday. But yeah, check out.
And that's another thing as well, guys. Obviously, there's almost 20,000 of you guys who subscribe. Go and check out us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. So go over there, just hit a follow and then support there as well. It'd be much appreciated. Guys, you got anything you want to say before we head off?
No, just bless up to everyone who called in. Great calls today. Great show. Enjoyed it. Yeah. Man City, we're coming for you. That's
the best way to end it. But no, you lot just said it best. Listen, have a great weekend, man. Stay blessed, and we'll see you on You man.
Indeed. You take care, people. Enough love.
Man City, we're coming for you.